Hey there, all you groovy guys and gals. Actually, according to this, there's only one of you. One person out there. Janice, maybe? I don't see anybody in the chat. Maybe people didn't get some reason. We'll wait a few minutes. We'll kind of pass the time. Happy New Year to all. No matter where you are, it is January 2022. It is here. We're going to dispense with the whole, hey, let's have a better year than last year thing. Let's not raise that kind of level of expectation. And let's just say, let's try to have a great year. Let's just do that. It doesn't have to be better than last year. Let's just try to have a great year. We all down with that? All righty. So, hey, we got 3 people in the room at 4. That number's going up like this. It's crazy. Okay, my guess, this is a guess, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but my guess is what's happened is that as soon as I go live, it sends a notification via YouTube that says, hey, Trippy Food is live now, right? I'm guessing. Hey, Tom is in the room, Janice is in the room, and Ralph Wiggum is in the room. Happy New Year to you all. I have Doodle over here scratching at me. His nails are way too long. They need to be cut. So he is scratching at me for attention. Doodle, come up here. Come up here. Come on up. You can do it. Come on up. Come on up. Come on. Come on. There he goes. It's Doodle, everybody. The Prince of Dogness. The 2022 version of Doodle, Prince of Dogness. Hey, Doodle, you feel better now? I'm just going to let you stay up here as long as you want. All the snacks are closed. You can't get at the snacks, but you know what? We'll start you off with a snack. Doodle, everybody. Happy New Year, Doodle. I got to get you more snacks. We're down to the bite-sized ones. You want that? I'm going to leave that right there for you. Okay. So, hey, Jared is now in the room. Jessica Stanton is in the room. Our holidays were great. Quiet, but that's okay. Everybody, I think most people's were quiet this year. It was a great holiday. Can't say that, it was prosperous or anything like that, but it was a nice holiday. Tried some new holiday traditions, things along those lines. So hope yours was as well. Everyone's getting friendly here. Everyone is greeting each other, which is as it should be. We're one big, happy community. Well, I think I can't speak for everybody. Hope we're happy. And again, we're going into 2022 open-minded. And again, we're not going to say, let's make 2022. Yeah, I can't even say that. Let's make 2022 better than 2021. Let's just have a great year. Let's just make an effort to have a great year. And hopefully things will be better, right? We got Doodle here. Doodle's going to make it a better year, right, Doodle? Yep. So again, just sort of like the Christmas one, we did a lot of Christmassy stuff last year. Well, it was last year. We did a lot of Christmassy stuff on our Christmas live stream. We also did some stuff that I got as Christmas gifts. Today's slightly different. So we're not doing stuff that I got as gifts, and we're not doing really stuff that's really New Year's-y, with the exception of our beverages. And we'll kind of like, again, I won't go through them because I didn't list them. I won't go through them. We'll just go as we go. Why didn't you live stream last night, Val? Well, the reason I didn't live stream last night is because I was invited to a friend of ours had a thing at their club. It was a very small group and a big shindig and everything. It is Claudia's boss, so the person that Claudia works for, but is a family friend of ours. And she just wanted to say thank you for last year to everybody, it's maybe about 10 of us, I think. It was an outdoor thing and had all kinds of like really delicious snacks and food and alcoholic beverages and everything. And so we did that. And since we were doing that, that eliminated us being able to do a live stream at a decent hour on New Year's Day. So we moved it to today. I hope that's okay. Yes, Jessica, I agree with you agreeing with me. So, okay, everybody's still saying hello. It's starting to pick up. Now we have 7 people in the room, and we have a very affectionate Doodle. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, it's the jaws of life. Those aren't coming off now. I'm going to have to do the whole show like that. You doing okay, Doodle? Doodle, this is your chicken. That's for you, okay? So just have at it when you feel like it, all right? I'm going to be talking to these fine people out here. You're going to say hello? Out here. No, there. Look over there. Over there. Or you could just look at me. That's fine, too. Sometimes he's just so needy. When will you and Matt Zion be getting back together for a mukbang? I don't know. That's a great idea. We should do that. We haven't done that since we did the hot pot, the Chinese hot pot one. So we really haven't done that. We really should. So put a bug in Matt's ear, and I guess next time I talk to him, I'll suggest it as well. We should. We'll find some interesting place, like maybe not food court kind of place, like a mall food court, because that's ridiculous. But maybe some food court kind of place like Grand Central Market or someplace like that, and do it there. So we'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. That's a great idea. Thank you, Jessica. Uh-oh. So I don't know if you can hear me because it says, okay, the chat disconnected shortly and it came back in. So hopefully we didn't miss anything. If I did miss it, the last message I got was from Jessica Stanton, who said, when will you and Matt Zion be getting back together for a mukbang? So that was the last one. And then I got this message that said, chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Successfully connected. So if you guys posted something else in between there, please repost that, because the chat died for some reason and came back. So there we go. I guess we don't have to wait too much longer. We'll wait till like maybe 10 after or something. See if we can get some more people in the room. Looks like, again, I don't know how it works. That little number up there says 8. Let me see. Am I counting 8 people in the room? I got Tom, I got Janice, I got Ralph, I got Jessica, I got Jared. I feel like Miss Jean on Romper Room. Looking in the magic mirror. And hi, Doodle. Yeah, it's nice to see you too. Oh, he is an affectionate little. Look at this. He's like the paw in the face. Like, no, you have to pet me. You have to pet me right now. You and Matt should do live octopus. The problem with that, we should do live octopus. There's a video I have to put together. It's just like some footage of me doing live octopus. This is like back around 2009 or so, and I'll do it for Tales from the Vaults. I'll do that, but yeah, I would agree to live octopus. I don't know. I think Matt's probably done it. They've probably done it on Reckless Eating, but it's probably so long ago that we should do it again. So yeah, live octopus would be good. And some of those places where they do the live octopus, I think it's mostly in like Korean restaurants, Korean seafood restaurants. And they have a bunch of other interesting dishes as well. So maybe we'll do a mukbang there. We'll try to arrange that. A lot of the places that do live octopus discourage filming there. They don't really want to have that on camera. As kind of a fact-checking thing, they're not actually alive. The octopuses are not actually alive. They kill the octopus immediately, but because of the way that the octopus's nervous system works, they continue to move after they're dead. Like basically, what you're eating is they don't eat the head of the squid. The octopus. You're eating the tentacles, and the tentacles are still moving. So they're disconnected from the body. They're not getting any blood flow from the heart or anything like that. They just keep on going. And so even though it's called live octopus, it's not actually alive. But the thing is, the tentacles are still moving around, so they can just kind of call it live octopus. It is what it is. But that's an excellent idea, Jessica. I will talk to Matt about doing something like that. We'll see if we can go somewhere we can actually film doing the live octopus, and then have some of the other dishes around there, and then do a mukbang. That'd be fun. I think we should do that. So that's a great idea. John King is in the room. John, we missed you. I think it was the last. I don't think you were here for our Christmas one, and we might have missed you on another one as well. So welcome. Peter Griffin has walked into the room, or driven into the room, or flown into the room, one or the other. But he's in the room nevertheless. So John King, Peter Griffin, both of you, welcome. Welcome to 2022. Well, Peter actually was in 2022 before we were, because he's across the pond. Octopus is good, Jared. The thing about eating octopus, like the live octopus, it doesn't have a whole lot of flavor. Octopus seems to have more flavor when you cook it, and depending on what you cook it with, or if you're having it sashimi style, what it's served with. But by itself, it's a very, very mild flavor. I think a lot of it's about the texture, and certainly with live octopus, a lot of it is with the fact that it's moving around in your mouth. But yeah, I agree with you. Octopus is good. I'm like, Val, guess what I'm drinking? I am going to say you are drinking Let's see. I'm going to say you're drinking a PBR, a Pabst Blue Ribbon. That's what I think you're drinking. That's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. Speaking of drinking, and it is 10 after, so we might as well get started. I'm not going to go through everything and review it ahead of time. We'll just review it as we're doing it. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 snacks. We have 2 beverages. We have our non-alcoholic beverage and we have our adult beverage. And the 2 beverages are the ones that are seasonal or New Year's based. Let's put it that way. I will today be reading the trivia cards of the trivia question. But for those who haven't noticed, at the top of your chat window, there is a poll. So the thing is, as I've seen the notice that over the past few live streams, there hasn't really been a lot of participation in the trivia, right? So the question in the poll is, should I keep the trivia? Should we keep doing the trivia thing? Should I just randomly throw out a trivia question every once in a while? Not bother with the cards, but just throw out a trivia question every once in a while and just kind of run with it? Or should we just get rid of the trivia thing altogether? So when you have time, please go to the poll at the top of your chat window and respond to the poll. And whatever that says at the end of the live stream today, that's what we'll go with. So, whatever gets more votes, that's what we're going to go with. Okay? Julie Couture is in the room. Julie, we've missed you. You haven't been on the last few live streams, but it's 2022. Everybody gets a new start, and you are on the first live stream of 2023. So welcome, Julie. Everybody, please say hello to Julie. Daughter Julie. Jane, his wife. Oh, my wife's name's not Jane. That doesn't work. Mean Metal Mike is back as well. Welcome, Mean Metal Mike. What about music? I'm glad you asked that. So, this is a time, again, New Year's, right? It's time for us to make our resolutions. So there's some things I'm going to be focusing on. One is trying to get rid of my COVID-15, that extra weight that I put on during COVID and everything. So I'm going to try to get rid of that. I'm not like focused and say I want to be at this point, by this point and everything. I'm just going to work at that, right? Diet and exercise, that's what it's all about. Eating sensibly in between doing this kind of stuff. So that's one of them. The other one is to do the music chat. Or the music live stream. And I will not be doing that on Trippy Food. I will be doing that on another channel. I have a music channel that I did for the band I was in back in the 1990s. I will use that channel to do the live stream. So once I start doing the live stream, I will let everybody here know. So if you want to do that, and that's going to be a music channel, right? And or a music live stream. And we're not going to do, it's still not, we're not going to do politics. We're not going to do religion. Too much argument. Nobody agrees on that. So we're just going to keep it focused on music. We'll do music. We'll do some reaction stuff. We'll talk about genres of music. We'll do some music trivia. It'll be fun. So and Mean Metal Mike, I expect you to be there because your metal is in your name. So I expect you to be there. Okay, so we're all there. We missed you too, Julie. And we have a beer to pour today, so you can rate me on my beer pouring skills. I'm drinking a Mickey's Malt Liquor 40. I wouldn't have guessed that. I would not have guessed that, John. But enjoy and drink responsibly. So pace yourself. That's 40 ounces. That's a lot of malt liquor. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna start with our non-alcoholic beverage. I'm gonna start with that because A, it's seasonal, and B, because it's hot. What's the channel name, Val? I have to go back and check. I think it's Notice, because that was the name of the band, but it might have a different name, so I will have to go back and check, but I will let you know. Mean Metal Mike, do me a favor, send me an email, val@trippyfood. Send me an email and remind me about that, and then we'll work that out. But I hope to do that soon. Again, beginning of the year, new me, all that fun stuff. So we'll do that soon. I just sniffed my pizza slice, my dog would, and I burnt my nose. Did you make the pizza yourself, Tom? I imagine that you. I think. Don't you have something set up in your yard where you can actually cook pizzas in there when you get the necessary amount of heat and do pizzas yourself, or did you get it to go? You should do reaction videos of best of Karens. Those are always awesome. Yeah, but then sometimes it's kind of like face slapping kind of thing. So Tom had kumquat pizza. I wish. So the thing is, I kind of feel for Tom because he came down here to LA. Unfortunately, he came to visit when I was not in LA. I was back in Boston at the time. But one of his goals coming down here to LA was to get kumquats because it seems like they're readily available down here. And unfortunately, while he was here, they kind of weren't in season. And now, if you go to you go to Sprouts, you go to any of the grocery stores, even Trader Joe's, kumquats all over the place. So it's like the season. So I kind of feel bad for Tom because the thing is, he could order I think you ordered some frozen online. Tom wants the fresh ones. He wants to taste them fresh. I don't blame him. So someday, Tom, that will happen. It will happen. Reaction of best rock drummers. Yeah, but then the thing is trying to decide who those best rock drummers are. It's up for discussion. Some people say that Ringo Starr is one of the best rock drummers. And what is your criteria for best? Solid. Being a solid backing instrument for the music, or being the most memorable where you could pick out that drummer in any song, even if it was playing on somebody else's music. So tough one. Table that, Mike. Table that, and that's one of the things that we'll do. So you get suggestions, throw them out there. I'm all for suggestions. Val, have you ever drank a Mickey's malt liquor? I have not. I can honestly say I have not drinking any of the big malt liquors. So I've never had the Old English. I've never had the Schlitz malt liquor. I've never had the Colt 45. They've never had any of those. So I think what we need to do is we need to have a that's something probably I'll do with Matt from Reckless Eating is we'll do like a malt liquor tasting, and we'll do the malt liquors, sort of like one of the episodes that we had done on Trippy Food was the fortified wines. Like we did Richard's Wild Irish Rose, Mad Dog 2020. No, Mogan David. Is that Mogan David? I think so. Yeah. Cisco, Thunderbird, and then the fifth one, which we couldn't do because they don't make it anymore, is Night Train. So maybe we'll do something similar, John, to that with malt liquors. Maybe we should do that. So I will do that, I think. Hey, the Trips is in the room. Which Trips are we granted access to today? How many Trips do we have on? Welcome to the Trips. If you guys don't know, if you guys have not checked out their channel, you need to go check out the Trips. They are from Canada, from the Toronto area, and they do great reviews. And they do a lot of I think they do a lot of live stream. You guys used to do them on Friday, and I think now you're doing them on Thursday. Is that right, or is that just a seasonal thing? Let's see. Don't want to miss anything. Oh, it's Steve. Okay, well, welcome, Steve. Good to have you on. Happy New Year, Steve. All right. So the first one, we'll start with our beverage, with our non-alcoholic beverage first, and here's why. So it is seasonal because we are drinking winter wassail punch. Now, some people are saying, what is wassail? There's that song, I think it's like As We Go Wassailing, I think it is. So the idea of wassail is, wassail can be a bunch of different things. Sometimes it can be a mulled wine. Sometimes it's a punch. Almost always it's alcoholic. And I think it started in England, if I'm not mistaken, where at Christmas time, they would go around singing and stopping door to door and drinking wassail, either punch or ale or whatever it happened to be. I think the name comes from German. It's like a wassail. So it's like, it's a kind of a beer or fermented thing or a mead or something along those lines. But it is not a Christmas drink per se. Like it's not something you drink on Christmas. You drink it for the 12 days of Christmas, which strangely enough, the 12 days of Christmas are the 12 days after Christmas, not the 12 days leading up to Christmas. That 12 days, the days leading up to Christmas, I think it starts at the beginning of December, is called Advent. They call that Advent. Advent calendars, you open up little things and eat the chocolates and stuff that's inside of that. Well, the 12 days of Christmas is the period from Christmas Day to January 6th. So January 6th is a big deal because it's supposedly the day that the three wise men came to visit Jesus. It's called the Feast of the Magi, the Feast of the Circumcision. Isn't that fun? What else do they call it? Epiphany. Epiphany is the other name for it. So January 6th, that's kind of a big deal. So you remember our Rosca de Reyes episode where we, with Alex Pena, we were with him while he baked Rosca de Reyes. And so Rosca de Reyes, I did it as a New Year's episode, but actually Rosca de Reyes is typically eaten on January 6th, Epiphany. So this is like, when they say happy holidays, and I know a lot of people get upset, they're like, oh, it's Merry Christmas. It's not Merry Christmas. There's so many holidays in this one stretch of time, like between Thanksgiving and I would say Epiphany. And if you want to throw Martin Luther King's birthday in there, you can do that too, right? In that little section that of maybe a month to a month and a half, there's a ton of holidays, and so that's why people say happy holidays, because you never know which one people are celebrating and everything. Happy holidays as it is. So as a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but you can check it out. Yesterday we did a Kwanzaa episode, and we have never done a Kwanzaa episode before. I was a day late on the feast. So basically on the last day of Kwanzaa you do a feast, but it's typically January 31st. December 31st and not January 1st. But we did a Kwanzaa episode, and thank you for Adam Hebb. I don't know if he's on yet or not. Adam Hebb had suggested a recipe for us of a West African chicken peanut stew that was amazing, and we made that for our first Kwanzaa episode. So check that out if you get a chance. Let's see. We still do lives on Friday. Just did them on Thursday due to the holidays. That's what I thought. Okay. Live stream Friday, the trips. Also really like Ginger Baker. Ginger Baker was good. Apparently he was like a real jerk to work with. Like a lot of people didn't like working with him and everything, but you can't deny his talent, certainly, Tom. Name 3 traditional Lent dishes. Fish. That's all I know. Fish is our traditional Lent dishes, but I can't specifically state which are traditional Lent dishes. Fish. Maybe next year we'll have to do a Lent episode where we eat a traditional Lent dish. Let's do that. We'll do that. But you got to wait, 11 more months. All right. So wassail, this is punch form, and this is non-alcoholic. It can be a bunch of different things. It's usually mulled. It has spices in it. This is a blend of apple, blackcurrant, and lemon juices with concentrate infused with holiday spices and orange peel. And so this is mostly drank warm. They say you can drink it chilled. Why? It's a warm drink. So I heat it up on the stove here, and I am going to place it in my Oregon Renaissance Fair mug, and we are going to taste that. And I will ask you a trivia question here. Ooh, that's a nice pink color. You guys see that? Julie, you don't have to rate that pour. That's fine. And I have no napkins. I'm out of napkins. I'm kind of messed up here. All right, so let's read a trivia card, a trivia question. And again, for those of you who just came into the room, there's a poll up at the top of your chat window about the trivia things. Do we continue doing that? Do we change it up a little bit, or do we just get rid of it completely? So up there, please partake. Val, have you ever had fermented tofu? Yes, stinky tofu. We did a Trippy Food episode on it. So do a search. Was it last year? Might have been last year or the year before. I don't remember. But yeah, do a search on our channel for stinky tofu. We did a stinky tofu episode. I love stinky tofu. Love the flavor of it. Smell, but still, fermented tofu wine. Why not? All right. So wine is kind of a generic word, especially in Chinese culture. There's like snake wine. I think the Vietnamese do snake wine. It's usually a cobra. They do snake wine. So it is alcohol. It's fermented. There are herbs in it and stuff, but it's not wine. It's not like from grapes. I don't know what kind of alcohol they use in it. There's mouse wine. We never did a mouse wine episode, but I have had mouse wine. The footage is lost for the ages. So if I get a chance to do mouse wine again, I will. So it would not surprise me if there already is something like fermented tofu wine. I just don't know what it is, or I have not seen, never seen anything like it. But maybe we can make one. Maybe we can actually make a fermented tofu wine, sort of like on Reckless Eating. Matt used to do the thing where he would take vodka and then he would like put breakfast cereal or carrots or something else in it in the vodka. Maybe we do the same thing with stinky tofu. That would work horribly, but it would still work. All right, trivia question. So I do have some Christmas questions left over, so we're gonna go through those just so that we don't like to waste anything. This will be the year we don't waste things, right? Val, have you ever seen a ghost? I have not. I am open-minded to it. I've never seen them. I don't know if they don't visit me because I'm dubious of their existence, but I've never seen a ghost. I've never talked to a ghost. And again, maybe I think I'm open-minded about it, but I'm not open-minded enough about it. Maybe that's what it is. But the answer is no, I have not. In Peru, they have bull testicles wine with bull's blood. That sounds interesting. I've had bull testicles to eat, but never in a wine. So I believe in Ghost. The band Ghost or ghosts, like ghosts. Yeah, I mean, I have no reason not to believe in them, but I've never seen one. So, it's kind of like people say, what happens to you when you die? I'm like, I don't know. I never died and came back, so I can't tell you that. And, I've not heard from anybody who has died and come back. So I can't tell you what happens when we die. I don't know. I love watching YouTubers do ghost hunting. Yeah, some of it's just like, some of it's just, I'll call it reality TV, meaning that it's not reality. It's, scripted and made up and everything, but, it's made to look like reality TV. So I will share a story with you. We're kind of getting, well, actually, we're not really getting off track because it involves travel. So in San Diego, there's a place called the Whaley House. And the Whaley House is supposedly the most haunted house in the United States. It is in Old Town San Diego. And so they will give you tours of it. So I was taking a tour of it. And afterwards, I was talking to the person who was, taking, I think they $5 to get in or something like that. They don't let you film in there, which is why we don't have an episode from there. But the person I was talking to who takes the money, I said, so has there ever been any weird things happening here? So she said, yeah, I don't remember what the show is. One of the shows, the Ghost Hunter shows, she says they were in here and they were upstairs and they were staging supernatural events upstairs. And while they were upstairs staging supernatural events, there were things happening downstairs. And I'm like, okay. But Whaley House, if you get a chance, San Diego, Old Town San Diego, Whaley House, supposedly the most haunted house in the United States. Now, I think, what is it in San Jose? The Winchester Mystery House is also rumored to be haunted. That I think the Mrs. Winchester, who was the heir to the Winchester estate after her husband died, just felt like the ghosts of all the people that were killed with his guns, his rifles, were going to come to haunt her if she didn't set up places for them in the house and everything. But I don't know how actual haunted it is. Kumquat ghost discount. That's funny. Hey, Sonic is in the room. Happy New Year to you as well. Welcome back. Good to see you. Val cooks traditional U.S. Civil War dishes, including hardtack. Well, you don't actually cook hardtack, do you? You just kind of suck on that until it's edible. Because you threw hardtack at somebody, you could kill somebody. What hardtack is it's basically, I think it's like flour and water. They just let it harden, and so it lasts forever. So, when you're in the army or even if you're going camping or whatever, you just take that along with you, and then just when you, for sustenance. But we have not done hardtack on this channel, so that's a great idea, Mean Metal Mike, and obviously I will give you credit for that. There are only a few YouTubers, I believe, that do spiritual ghost hunting. Jesh Kino and CJ Bison. Okay. It's hard to say. I can tell you that everything that you see on Trippy Food is sincere and honest, right? It's all up front. I don't stage anything. I don't say I'm eating something that I'm really not eating. I can tell you that I know for a fact that there are certain famous people who at times at times have done substitution. I'm not going to name names, but I'm just saying I know for a fact that has happened. And we won't do that here. But it's hard to say. I mean, honestly, I could tell you that I'm drinking wassail punch, and you guys, I mean, I could have put like Hawaiian punch in this bottle. I didn't, but I'm just saying I could do that. Always be kind of skeptical. Yeah, I will tell you that I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to be honest with you and everything. But but still be skeptical. Even with me, be skeptical. Question authority. The planet Earth is haunted. We need to clean our souls. Yeah, but I mean, if it's haunted with people who have died before. How do you clean that? How do you get rid of that? Right. So, all right. Let's see. Am I caught up? We're talking about ghosts. We can continue talking about ghosts, but we got some eating and drinking to do. So we're gonna get started on that. Okay, so sorry, I was driving picking up slime stuff for the girls because apparently my SIL hates me. I will be off and on till I get home. All right, Julie, well, we'll catch you off and on then. That's fine. Betty White is having a great time up in heaven now. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to think of it. Think about Betty White. For those who don't know, if anybody doesn't know, but I think everybody does, is that Betty White died Christmas Eve. I mean, New Year's Eve. It died New Year's Eve. She was 99 years old. She was a few weeks short of her 100th birthday. And people are going like, I'm gutted. I'm devastated by the death of Betty White. She was 99 years old. How long do you want her to stick around? She was 99 years old. Here's the great thing about Betty White. She was 99 years old, but she was still sharp as a tack. She was still funny. She was still relatively healthy. For somebody 99, that's great. If I go to like 70 years old and then my quality of life goes downhill, I don't want to stick around to 100. I don't want to stick around to 100 being hooked on machines and everything. She had a great run, 99 years, still healthy, still sharp as a tack and everything, a great run. So she has to leave sometime. So she leaves on top. More power to her. Let's celebrate her life. But, sad. I mean, 99 years old. Great run. Great run. All right. Yeah, we'll all miss her, Sonic. But and that's the thing. The older we get, the more our heroes, are the people who have influenced us are going to pass on. It's inevitable. It's a fact of life, I guess. A fact of life. A different show. Last Golden Girl just passed. Yes, Last Golden Girl and the last of the main cast of the Mary Tyler Moore Show as well. So I think before her, maybe Cloris Leachman was the last one, I think. All right, so question. What was placed in the Christmas pudding that would bring wealth and good luck to whomever found it in their piece? So again, what was placed in the Christmas pudding that would bring wealth and good luck to whomever found it in their piece? So again, that goes over here. And let's drink our wassail. I don't know. There's no alcohol in it. I do taste the orange peel. You definitely taste the orange peel in there. And the spices, but specifically cinnamon. Does it say what spices are in here? Let's see. They have to have ingredients. They do have ingredients. The spices are cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, cardamom, and ginger. It does have a mulled wine kind of flavor, but obviously they're using different fruits, so it's not exactly like that. I don't know. I think I like mulled wine better. If you're in mulled wine, that's a fun one too, and that's heated. That's usually heated up as well. One version of that would be glog, and I think we had glog on one of the. It was the Trippy Food Christmas episode that we did at the Swedish Christmas Fair. I think we had glog on that one. Glog is cool. I like glog. This one, I don't know. It's like the sweetness of it, I think, kind of bothers me a little bit. But fruit punch and everything. It almost has kind of like a cough syrup taste. No, you know what it is? It tastes like a spiced Jolly Rancher. That's what it is. It tastes like a spiced Jolly Rancher. I'm not sure if I'm digging it. I mean, it doesn't suck. It's not great. I kind of would like the fruitiness of it to be a little bit lighter, I think, but it is a fruit punch. That's just my interpretation of it, I think. I think probably, it's probably okay. It's probably good. Especially if you like fruity stuff, it's probably really good. I'm going to give that one a thumbs in the middle. Because for me, again, it tastes like a spicy Jolly Rancher. So and I'm not really digging the taste of that. So for me, that's a thumbs in the middle. Now, you should try it, only because my taste is going to be different than yours, right? You might think big thumbs up, especially if you like sweet stuff. You probably love this. But for me, thumbs in the middle, I think. There we go. What did I miss? Oh, okay. I think people are answering questions. I had that one recently, and it is very spiced. It is, Janice. It's very spiced, but I don't mind the spice part of it. That's what you would expect from a wassail. But the thing is that's just the sweetness of it. I think it's just too much for me. But so like I said, Janice. Janice, what did you think? What was if you had this one? You tell me what you thought of it. Also, did you heat yours up? Jessica says, I'm so bad at these questions, I'm probably not going to answer, but if I do, it's just me guessing. But that's the idea, Jessica. So here's the thing. Let me kind of review this, because we did this like a long time ago when we started doing it. We basically had rules. We said or what the rules were. So the rules were, if you know what it is, throw it out there. If you think you know what it is, but you're not sure and you want to take a guess, throw that guess out there. If you don't know and you want to look it up, look it up. I'm not going to stop you from looking it up. So that's the thing. It's just for fun. We do give out points, but we don't keep track of the points and everything. I don't know who's got what. Tom, I don't know how close Tom is to getting his canoe, and I don't remember how many points you have to get the canoe. It's kind of like green stamps. If anybody remembers green stamps. Speaking of, if anybody remembers, here's a fun thing. So people talk about, like, you have to think about what's going to be closed on the holiday, what's going to be open on the weekends and everything. I'm old enough. I don't know who else is. Maybe Tom. I don't know who else is. I'm old enough to remember when grocery stores and department stores were not open on Sundays. On Sundays, things were closed. Stores were closed on Sundays. So it was only in my lifetime where stores were open on Sundays. It was during my lifetime that mail, the post office would deliver mail on Saturdays. They used to be Monday through Friday. It was during my lifetime that banks are open on Saturdays. Banks used to only be open Monday through Friday. So I don't know who else remembers that, but it's interesting because holidays are all around and people go like, oh, what's going to be open? What's going to be? I mean, Christmas Day, nothing was open. Absolutely nothing was open. Well, the hospital probably, but nothing was open. Maybe a drugstore, maybe, but probably not. Again, all stuff during my lifetime. Let's see. Holidays and death seem to inspire such nostalgia and a sense of longing for simple times. Family and friends are all we have in this life. That's very, Sonic, I agree with you completely. Family and friends are all we really have, and so cherish them while they're here, because we all have an expiration date. We just don't know what that is. Some of us do. Those are the lucky ones that know what their expiration date is. I liked it. I mostly had it straight out of the refrigerator. I had it once heated up. I liked it, but I don't know if I would drink it all the time. Did you like, Janice? Did you like it better cold, or did you like it better heated up? Where's the grill I won? Oh, well, all prizes are from the Spiegel catalog. Spiegel, Chicago 60609. Who's old enough to remember that? Sunday shopping became a thing in 1992. In our province, we were late to the party. Yeah, I don't remember exactly when Sunday shopping was. I want to say either the 70s or maybe the early 80s. But really, I mean, as a kid, everything was closed on Sundays. Happy New Year, Bob. Welcome. REA Junior Music has entered the room, and Bob is here. So now it's a party. Spending time down in Long Beach, California. Was driving around the harbor. I was visiting the Queen Mary ship area. Hope they will save the ship, fix the ship, and rebuild the old town. Is there some question about the Queen Mary? Because my understanding is that it's a hotel. They don't take it out anymore, but it is a hotel. This is in dry dock. But is there talk about them not being able to save the ship? Are there talk about like it's going to cost too much to renovate it or something? Sonic, I'm not familiar with any of that. All right, so let's go back to our question. Our question was, what was placed in the Christmas pudding that would bring wealth and good luck to whomever found it in their piece? I have to scroll way back up there before I can get to. Oh, Mean Metal Mike, I sorry I missed that. We lost John Madden, and somebody was showing. It was funny. Somebody was showing. Here is the layout for the funeral, and they showed all the little arrows and circles and stuff like that. It was funny. So yes, John Madden was another one who skipped town before 2022. Okay, so the question, what was placed in the Christmas pudding would bring good wealth to people? Steve from the trip said a penny. Sonic said a fruitcake. Wow, that'd be interesting, putting a fruitcake inside a Christmas pudding. Mean Metal Mike said figs. That's a great guess. John King said eggnog. Well, I think everybody would find the eggnog in their piece. When you're making a cake, you put eggnog in the cake. Not going to stay in one place, I would think. But it's still a good guess. Tom says kumquats, of course. Mean Metal Mike says a silver sixpence. Julie says a plum. Janice Yamanaka says a silver sixpence, or just a silver coin. Wow, a lot of people guessed on this one. The correct answer is, in fact, let's see who got it first. Mean Metal Mike. It is a silver sixpence. And Janice also got a silver sixpence. Somebody said a coin. Steve from the trip said a penny. I don't know. I think a sixpence is a sixth of a penny. I don't know exactly how that works. English coins are different. You know who would know is, hang on, is he still there? We got some UK people in the room, right? We get some UK people in the room. Help us out with that whole pence and the value of the coins. Because we think a sixpence is if it's 6 pennies or a sixth of a penny. I don't know. So need some help here, if you will. So a couple people got that right. Most people got it wrong, but it was really interesting. So I'm going to give everybody 20 points. There you go. Tom, how close are you to getting that canoe? Queen Mary might even be sunk for a reef if she can't be saved. I hadn't heard about this. Looks like everybody else has heard about it. The ship's hull is literally in horrible shape. Wow. I never did an episode there, but I've been there before. I've been to the Queen Mary. I've been there a couple of times, but when they do the Highland games there, which are the Scottish games with caber toss and all that fun stuff, they open up the Queen Mary for tours and stuff. But I did not hear about that. I'm gonna have to check that out. So, city and private investors have been dealing with paying for ship repairs. So I don't know. Is it closed as a hotel until they make those repairs? If so, I need to get down there. Val, I went to Sprouts yesterday and got products I never seen before. Well, John, tell us what you got. Tell us what cheese won, Johnny. All right, that goes back in here, and we will open up our first snack. So let us ask a trivia question first before we even show you what that snack is. And the trivia question is this. What does there's a Christmas question, obviously. What does Ebenezer Scrooge buy for the Cratchits' Christmas dinner? Again, what does Ebenezer Scrooge buy for the Cratchits' Christmas dinner? That goes over here on the hearth, because we're going to call it a hearth now. Let's see. Let's pick. I'm going to save my savory stuff for later, and we'll start with the not so savory stuff. Let's start with this. I've kind of been hanging on to this one for a while out of curiosity, but we'll go ahead and do it. So the brand looks like dorayaki. Unless dorayaki is what this is, but it looked the way it's listed there, it looks like a brand name. There's like a Hello Kitty kind of animal. I don't know if it's a cat. I don't see a tail. I don't see ears, but I do see whiskers. And these are pancakes with red bean paste. Enjoy Doraemon's yummy buns. Enjoy Doraemon's yummy buns. Ooh, there's just so many ways you can take that. It tells you that there are 3 pieces, just in case you can't count. It tells you that there are 3 pieces. Oh, there is one of 20 collectible stickers inside. Hey, maybe they're green stamps. All right. And this says Doraemon. So I think I don't know if dorayaki is the product and Doraemon is the brand or vice versa. We're going to find out, though. I don't know why. Oh, wait. Hoppy, which is up there, which is really hard to see the red against the yellow letters. I believe that's the brand Hoppy. I suppose I could look. Once thawed, consume in 180. Once thawed? Oh, if purchased frozen. Okay. It was not purchased frozen. This product may only be sold in the U.S., Canada, Mexico, Hong Kong, Australia, and New Zealand. Product of Japan. Egg contains egg, wheat, soybean. Do not eat the packet. Don't do it. Do not eat the packet. Well, that's all. It doesn't say exactly where it's from. So, I don't know. It's shrouded in mystery. Who doesn't love a good mystery for a new year, right? Me Metal Mike is asking, what was George Washington's favorite food dish? Food dish. So the name of his dish or the name of the food that was on the dish. All right, so here's we get a collectible sticker. I'm excited. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. Wow, they seal everything, don't they? Oh, wait, there's a little tear there. Oh, I'm tearing into the, I knew that was going to happen, tearing into the sticker. See, I got sidetracked. Now I want to open the sticker, and I completely forgot about there it is. And it is a sticker of Shizuka. Hang on. Shizuka. Does anybody know who Shizuka is? I don't, but that's Shizuka. Sticker. Put it on my forehead. Well, I could do that. Not like I have a sticker book. Deep fried plastic. Janice, it's a famous Asian cartoon, blue cat, like Pokemon. That part I probably would have figured out. There we go. Tell me how long I should leave this on. I'll leave it on the whole show. It doesn't matter to me. Always willing to make Mean Metal Mike happy. Anybody else sneak in the room that I missed? All right, so they actually look like pancakes, like real pancakes. And then there's two of them. I can't separate them without making them fall apart. Let's see, I do have a knife. So let me cut into this. And we'll see what they look like inside. They got that little cat on the outside. Oh, there we go. So it is a red bean paste filling. No, it's not going to focus. All right. Leave it on the whole show. All right. You guys tell me when to take it off. Otherwise, it stays. Ooh. That's good. That's tasty. I like that. It doesn't taste like pancake. It looks like pancake, but it doesn't taste like pancake. And then each one of them has the, the little cat face on it. I guess on both sides? No, just on one side. And this is the little packet, the desiccant, the thing that takes the moisture out of the package that they tell you not to eat. So I'm not going to eat this. I actually did eat one time. It was like a little capsule that they put in it. I don't remember what kind of snack it was, but it was in the bag, and I just did a handful of stuff, and then I swallowed it before I realized what I was doing. So it probably won't kill you because I'm still here, but yeah, it was weird. Hoe cakes were Washington's favorite dish. Oh. I used to know what hoe cakes are, but time has passed by, and I can't remember. This is very, very different than moon pies. Moon pies, I think, have like a cream filling inside it, and the outside was more like cake. This is actually more like pancake as opposed to cake. This is really, really different. The closest thing this reminds me of is like almost like like pancakes with Nutella on it. Although the red bean is completely different flavor, you know, but the whole texture thing and everything kind of reminds me of that. Moon pies are marshmallow filling. Okay. And different flavor marshmallow fillings, I think. Rye the Stunner has come into the room, and I did not recognize Rye. So thank you, Rye, for joining us today. Happy New Year. Actually, Mean Metal Mike, here's what I will do, only because I'm in the middle of doing a show. I will ask Janice, if you don't mind, can you Google Hoecakes? Hoecakes. Google that, please. Thank you. I'm going to give those a thumbs up. These are tasty. I like these. These are good. Thumbs up for me. Let's go back to the question. And the question is, John, do not put your address in the live chat. Just heading that off of the pass. Don't want people's personal information in the chat. All right, so the question was, what does Ebenezer Scrooge buy for the Cratchits' Christmas dinner? John King says goose. Jessica Stanton says duck. Bob says the prize goose. Mean Metal Mike says turkey. And I know some of you were thinking it would not be turkey because turkeys were from North America and this is in England, but the story took place in the 1800s. They had turkey in England and Europe. I think turkey first came to Europe in the late 1500s. So they had turkey by then. Let's see, was there any other? Julie says gooder and then goose. It's a gooder goose than the last goose. Sonic says blue cat, but I think he's talking about the snack we just ate and not what Ebenezer Scrooge bought for the Cratchits. But I'm gonna take that as an answer. Blue cat. He bought them a blue cat for their Christmas dinner. I think that was it. John King says deep fried plastic. I don't think that's what he meant. I'm okay. Let's see. Was that it? That was it. I think that was it. So the correct answer was, as Bob, REA Junior Music says, the prize goose. That prize goose that's in the window, is it still there? Well, get it for me right forthwith and bring it to the Cratchits for their Christmas dinner. Goose. It was the goose in the window of the shop. So prize goose. And a goose is a bird just like duck and turkey. So you're all right. So give yourselves 100 points each. It's a new year and I'm feeling generous. 100 points. All right. Let me put that aside. Doodle, do you want your snack now? Here. Hang on. What did I do with you? Oh, here we go. Doodle is back in the snacking mood. There you go, dude. You want that? There you go. All righty. Let's move on then, shall we? Let's see, how are we doing on time? Oh, we're an hour in and we've done one snack. All right. Well, we got some catching up to do. All right. This is bothering me. It's bothering me having to look at me like that, so we'll just put it here. How's that? That'll work. It's starting to bother me. According to Google, the simplest are hoe cakes, a mixture of cornmeal, water, and salt, so named because they were originally baked on the flat of a hoe over a wood fire. That's really interesting. Not what I thought, but really interesting nonetheless. Thank you, Jared and Jessica. Gesundheit would have worked, as well as salud. So there we go. Okay. You want that one? There you go. All right, so let's do, as long as we're on the sweet stuff, let's do the sweet stuff and then we'll work our way into the savory stuff. So the next one we're going to do is Sheila's Brownie Brittle. All right, so let's ask another question. The question is, what is the name of the honey-sweetened German cake, molded cookie or bar cookie that is part of Germany's Christmas traditions? Again, what is the name of the honey-sweetened German cake, molded cookie or bar cookie that is part of Germany's Christmas traditions? So that goes over there. Ach du lieber. And we will go ahead and open up our snack, which is Brownie Brittle, salted caramel flavored Brownie Brittle. Salt and caramel, my two least favorite flavors. So some people ask me, they say, Val, is there anything that you won't eat? And they're like, no. But if you ask me, Val, are there things that you don't like? Yeah. Caramel is one, and salt is another. I don't like the salty stuff, but that's okay. Seeing Val do old traditional food from the 1800s or 1700s are interesting ideas. They are interesting ideas, Mean Metal Mike. We should do that. We should definitely look that up and do that. Maybe not a live stream per se, but at least certainly an episode where we're doing that kind of stuff. So I think that's a great idea. Let's see. Val, should I buy a Dodge Hellcat? A Dodge Hellcat. What is a Hellcat? I'm assuming because it's Dodge, it's some sort of vehicle. What are the pros and cons for you buying a Hellcat? From anywhere, particularly here in Massachusetts. Oh, okay. John is asking for that. Let's see. Okay. Everyone's on top of it. It smells like brownies. There we go. I think they're calling it Brownie Brittle. This doesn't look like brittle. So brittle, if you don't know, like peanut brittle or almond brittle, any of the nut brittles, is basically they take sugar and water, mix it together until so that it hardens, right? And usually they actually add in peanut butter or whatever that nut is that you're adding in there. They add that into that mixture of the sugar water, the sugar and the water together, right? And then they let that harden, and then that's where you get the brittle from. This just looks like a brownie that was dried and shaved. So this doesn't look like what you think of as brittle. Maybe it's brittle as an adjective, but doesn't look like peanut brittle or any of that. So I don't know why they call that a chocolate indulgence. You can feel good about it. I feel ecstatic about this. Oh, I am so excited about this. Oh, as well as right over ice cream. I would think it's like stick one of these in ice cream might be good. Over cereal? That's bizarre. Anyways, we're going to try. Tastes like a dried brownie. What these are? Chocolate chips? Caramel chips? I don't know. Oh, he's enjoying his tasty snack. All right. It's interesting in that it's basically a crispy brownie. That's all it is. It's a crispy brownie. There's nothing really special about it. It doesn't taste like brittle, like peanut brittle or anything like that. But with a brownie, it doesn't taste like that at all. It just tastes like a crispy, dried brownie. That's it. If you like brownies, you will like this. It's just brownies with a different texture. I'm going to give that. See, normally, again, it's decent flavor. So normally that would get a thumbs up. However, they're calling it brittle. It doesn't have that same texture or feeling as peanut brittle. So I'm going to give it a thumbs in the middle, only because it's not as advertised. It's certainly not what I expected it to taste like. So yeah, thumbs in, that's going to get a thumbs in the middle. Or if Tom was doing it in court, it would be a innocent. That would be innocent. All right, so let's go back to our question. And our question was, what is the name of the honey sweetened German cake, molded cookie, or bar cookie that is part of Germany's Christmas traditions? And the guesses were, Janice says Lebkuchen. Mean Metal Mike said German bee sting cake, aka Beinstickkuchen. Interesting. John King says Snickerdoodle. That's a good guess. Jessica, again, you can look it up or just throw out a guess. That's what everybody else does. So, or feel free to abstain. It's entirely up to you. And Steve from the Trips said Lebkuchen. Well, the correct answer is either Honigkuchen or Pfefferkuchen. Those are the two. Pfefferkuchen or Honigkuchen, depending on what form it takes. Lebkuchen is probably something they also enjoy at that time. Kuchen is probably like cookie, German for cookie. It is something that they enjoy, But nobody specifically said Hongkuchen or Pfefferkuchen. So since you're all wrong, I'm giving the entire room 200 points because everybody's wrong together. So that's okay. You may be right. You know, it might be something that it's a German cake or cookie type thing that's eaten, and it might be honey sweetened. So I'm going to go ahead and and give you 200 points because what the hell? You could be right. I could be wrong. You know, you might be right. I might be crazy, but it just might be a lunatic you're looking for. Okie doke. So let's move on. Let's see. So got 3 snacks left. We'll do one more snack, and then we'll move on to. This one looks tame. We'll do this one next. We'll do one more snack, and then we'll move on to our alcoholic beverage or our adult beverage. Oh my God, I am so much closer to the pottery set now. The pottery set? Maybe I don't know what the pottery set is. Give all my points to Tom. Tom, let us know how close are you to getting that canoe? How many points do you need for that canoe? Let us know. All right, new question. Oh, I think this one's going to be easy. I think, but it's just me talking. Okay, the question is, what is the name of the traditional Italian cake eaten at Christmas? That's cake, not like a waffle thing. That's different. I know what you're thinking, and not a fried dough. That's different. So what is the name of the traditional Italian cake eaten at Christmas? So that goes here in the cake pan. And let's go. Oh, like everybody wants to give their points to Tom. Tom, everyone is in the giving spirit. It's left over from Christmas, and they want you to have that canoe. So, Tom, are you still there? I don't see Tom. All right, here we go. These are, I have no idea what these are. Can you guys tell me? Anybody read, what is that, Chinese? It looks like, it doesn't look like kanji. This is a product of where? Product of Japan. This is Japanese. These are baked peanut snacks. Popo nuts is what they call them. Ebitama. And the ingredients are peanuts, wheat flour, glutinous rice powder, shrimp powder, waxy cornstarch, that sounds delicious, sugar, vegetable oil, salt, monosodium glutamate, baking powder, artificial flavor. That's pretty good. Allergy information contains peanuts, shrimp, and wheat. Warning, consuming this can expose you to chemicals, including lead, cadmium. Wow, really? Fun. Okay, it's the California Proposition 65 thing. For those of you who don't know what that is, and I could explain it to you, but look that up when you get a chance, California Proposition 65. So basically, those of you from California know exactly what I'm talking about because you go into public places and you'll see that sign on the wall that says, this facility contains chemicals that are known to affect reproductive health, cancer, the whole thing. There is a Proposition 65 in California that specifies if whatever product you have, and whatever it is, whatever location you have, if it has any of a certain list of substances, if somebody can be exposed to those chemicals or those substances on site, you have to have a warning, and products have to have a warning label on them if there's exposure to those. It's not like you can't sell them, you just have to have a label on it if in California. So that's what Proposition 65 is. They look like little eggs, little tiny little bitty eggs, but they're peanut shrimp things. I want to get that taste of shrimp. I mean, I've had like snack peanuts that are coated. Never had them with shrimp though. That's what I'm looking forward to. I still need a ton of points. Keep them coming, folks. Damn, Tom, you had to pick the most expensive thing in the catalog, didn't you? From the Spiegel catalog, Chicago, 60609. These are nice. They have a nice snack. They're hard and crunchy. They're sweet. You got that peanut in the middle. That's nice. Not big on shrimp, though. They are probably shrimp-flavored peanut snacks. They are shrimp. Yeah. They are shrimp-flavored peanut snacks, Janice. Yeah, that prop makes reading labels no fun. Well, but you don't have to worry about that in Massachusetts, Jules, because That's only in California. Proposition 65 is only in California. According to that prop, everything is going to give cancer. There is a defined list. But the thing is, they add to that list every year. Sometimes they take off that list, but most of the time they're adding things to that list. It's a pretty big list too. I think you look online, you can find out what the substances are in that list, and it doesn't even go like some legislation and some requirements are basically like X number of parts per million, something along those lines. California Proposition 65 doesn't even go to that level. So you could have safe levels. It doesn't matter if that substance is present. You have to specify it. So a little bit different. They sell it all year round in the market basket. Oh, okay. Based on your guess. See, according to that prop, everything is going to give you cancer. Yes, or cause reproductive harm. That was the other one. I've had an abomination. I mean, a very tasty. That was an abomination. For those who don't know what Janice is talking about when she talks about the very tasty M&M's mini panettone, Janice and I, we filmed a bunch of episodes together last week. I think it was last week, and one of the ones we did was a mini panettone with M&M's. It's M&M's, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, what do you call that? The hazelnut spread. I think they were just calling it hazelnut spread. It wasn't the brand name, but we did film that, so that one's coming up. That's on Janice's channel. So now, Janice, when is that coming up? Life is cancer, and then you die. End of cancer. Well, if you have cancer. Our labels. Your labels have the California Proposition 60. Is there a Massachusetts law that's similar to California Proposition 65? Oh, it says according to California. Well, I don't know. I didn't realize that was that. It's probably if the product is manufactured in Canada. In California, and they put that label on there. That label goes out to other places and everything. But it's only a big deal in California. It's a California law or California legislation. Nutella. Thank you, Janice. It was Nutella. All right. I'm going to give these a thumbs up. I wish the shrimp taste would, because it is like a little bit of saltiness. It's salty and sweet, crunchy, very satisfying, very delicious. But I just kind of wish they ramped up the shrimp flavor on that. Yeah, there's shrimp on the outside of that, right? There's a big shrimp right there. So I kind of wish it had more shrimp flavor. I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Maybe not an enthusiastic thumbs up, but a thumbs up nonetheless, because they're really tasty. And I'm assuming there's shrimp in there. But like I said, I just wish there was more shrimp flavor. So yeah, it's going to get a thumbs up. So let's go back to our question. And our question was, what is the name of the traditional Italian cake eaten at Christmas? And the guesses were, we have to scroll way back up on this one. Let's see. Janice Yamanaka says panettone. Julie Couture says king's cake. John King says paranormal cake. It might be. Let's see. What other guesses? The Trips. Steve said Pandoro. Me Metal Mike said panettone. Let's see. Were there other guesses as well? I didn't see any other ones. I apologize if I missed it. The correct answer is, in fact, panettone. And it should be clear in Janice's mind, since, like I said, we just had one last week. We filmed panettone. I was calling it the reason she called it an abomination is because that's what I called it. You know, being Italian American, I called it an abomination because it was panettone with M&Ms and Nutella. Abomination. That's just me. Like chocolate, they do a chocolate one too. Nobody buys it. Like when like around Christmas Eve, I think it was, and you go to the grocery store, that was all that was left with the chocolate ones. The regular ones, everybody bought those, but the chocolate ones and the M&M ones were the only ones left. So it was going to take me too long to sort out who had it right. So you know what? I'm going to give you a range of between 20 and 50 points. So just pick something out of there and give it to yourself. I'm not keeping track of it anyway, so I won't know. King cake. So the thing about king cake, let's see. Julie, were you the only one that said king cake? King cake is eaten at the beginning of Lent. So it is eaten on Fat Tuesday at Mardi Gras. That is when you eat the king cake. And I say this because when I went to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, we had a king cake. And the thing about the king cake is it has a plastic baby Jesus baked into the cake. And if you get the plastic baby Jesus, which I did and didn't know about the plastic baby Jesus and almost broke my tooth on the plastic baby Jesus, but if you get the plastic baby Jesus, you are responsible for providing the king cake the following year. That's how that works. It's very similar to Rosco de Reyes. Now, Rosco de Reyes is a Christmas time, or I would sort of say a Christmas time treat. It's basically eaten on Epiphany, which is January 6th. And it also has a baby Jesus in it. Now, the thing that's different about the king cake and the Rosco de Reyes is the Rosco de Reyes. We did an episode on. We didn't do a king cake episode. Maybe we should. Yeah, we'll do a king cake episode this year. We did a Rosco de Reyes episode. Our friend Alex Pena, we baked that with him, and so the I think it was Christmas 2 years ago, something like that, or New Year's. I'm sorry. So they also put a baby Jesus in the Rosco de Reyes, and if you get the baby Jesus in the Rosco de Reyes, then it is your responsibility on Candlemas Day, which is February 2nd. It is your responsibility to provide tamales on Candlemas Day. So that's why it's a little bit different. But different times of the year. Again, King's Cake for Lent, Rosco de Reyes for Epiphany. There we go. And I think I actually have both. I have the King's Cake baby Jesus and the Rosco de Reyes baby Jesus on that shelf somewhere, because I got the baby Jesus in both pieces. There we go. Ooh, I accidentally scrolled up. I missed a whole bunch of stuff. I'm sorry that. Breaking your tooth on the baby Jesus. Tell me about it. Hey, Val, for 2022, any new food reviews you're planning on doing? I hear Taco Bell has a new chicken wings. I want to try that. Yes, that starts not next week. It starts next week. So we are going to try it. It's limited time only. It's only for 1 week. But we are planning on doing that. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. I have a bunch of stuff filmed. So we actually have stuff filmed through, set up for already through April. So there's all kinds of fun stuff. But as far as like new things, we did not do yet the, I'm trying to remember where it is that they do like a crispy chicken sandwich that's new. Jack in the Box. We haven't done that one yet. We'll probably do that one. What are the traditional Passover meals, Val? Well, I'm glad you asked, Mean Metal Mike. So go back and look at our channel and Google Passover. I mean, not Google, but do a search for Passover. We have a couple of Passover episodes where what we don't do is we don't do a Passover Seder. And a Seder is the whole meal. There are very, very specific things that you do with a Passover. There's a whole, I was going to say it's a ritual. It's kind of a ritual that goes along with it. We have not done that yet. I would like to do that. I would like to do something that incorporates the pieces of what goes on the Seder plate into an episode. But I want to kind of do it without being disrespectful. So I'm going to work on that. Maybe we'll do that for Passover this year. So that's a good idea. Thank you, Mike. Well, matzo, yes, because you eat the unleavened bread, so that's part of it, and I think that's also on the Seder plate. Hey, Q the Critic is in the room. Quincy in the room. How you doing, Quincy? Have not seen you in a while. I think last time I saw you, we were filming over Matt's, probably several months ago, if I'm not mistaken. But everybody, please welcome to the room, Q the Critic, Quincy himself. His last name is not himself. Who's going to provide me with the tamales on Julie Day, also in February? Well, unfortunately, you were born like several days after Candlemas Day, so it doesn't work that way. Then you can have the leftovers from Candlemas Day. I say spiced ham. So do me a favor. If anybody who has suggestions for stuff, because we'll take suggestions, of course. As a matter of fact, if you watch our Kwanzaa episode from yesterday, that was what we actually ate was a suggestion from Adam Hebb, and Adam Hebb sent us the recipe for what we made there. So if you guys have those suggestions for things that you want to see us try. It doesn't have to be on a holiday, but that's okay too. Please send us email at val@trippyfood.com, and I will process those and give you a shout out where necessary. Val, where can I find durian and mooncakes? Oh, good question. John, are you still in the LA area? If you are in the LA area, go to San Gabriel Valley, and there is a grocery store called Hawaii Supermarket, and they almost always have durian mooncakes. Mooncakes are kind of like a lot of places have more mooncakes during the lunar festival, which I think is in September every year. And so mooncakes are a big thing. If you go into any of the Asian groceries, they'll have tables and tables and tables of mooncakes. There's all kinds of mooncakes. There's red bean mooncakes. There's sesame mooncakes. There's one with Virginia ham in it. I mean, it's crazy, all the different kinds of mooncakes. But durian is one of them. And you can find durian mooncakes during the year. But I would, if you're in the LA area, I'd say go to San Gabriel Valley. Go to, I think it's either Alhambra. Okay. It's either Alhambra or San Gabriel itself. And there's a grocery store called Hawaii Supermarket. They will have it, and if they don't have it, go to the nearby 99 Ranch Market. They should have it there as well. So definitely. I love it when you pop into Dad's vids. Does he pop in though? Is it like a pop in kind of thing? Chinese New Year's ducks are full display, all roasted and dripping with grease. Is that a thing for Chinese New Year? I mean, because Chinese New Year, I think it's usually February, beginning of February, Chinese New Year. That's coming up. What if I emailed you a recipe, Val, to cook for a video? Would you possibly do that? Yeah, like I said, I just did that. I just did that with our Kwanzaa episode. That was a recipe somebody sent us, so we did that. Yeah, just make sure that it's something that's going to be interesting. I mean, like, don't send me a recipe for an apple pie. Don't send me a recipe for a cheeseburger. Send me a recipe for something that's going to be interesting that people on the show will find interesting and unique. Yeah, I'll do it. Absolutely. We'll do more of those. I'm always willing to take your suggestions for episodes. Crispy Skins Sonic. There's a place called Duck Fat in Portland, Maine. They cook well with duck fat and serve duck dishes. And oh my God, it does sound good. Julie, next time we go, we're going to have to go there. El Marijuano 209 has entered the room. Welcome, El Marijuano. Has been a while since we've seen you, but well, you're always welcome. It's good to see you. Are you a Coca-Cola or Pepsi person? Neither, actually. I like it occasionally. Usually when I do have it, I kind of prefer the Coca-Cola. For me, Coke doesn't taste as sweet. I know that's probably a weird thing, but it doesn't taste as sweet. I don't like to drink diet sodas, so I just generally don't drink sodas at all. But every once in a while, if I'm going to drink a soda, I would prefer the actual flavor with, like, I would drink the Mexican Coca-Cola, the Mexican Pepsi, which has real sugar in it, as opposed to high fructose corn syrup or anything like that. New Market, Ontario, Canada. Oh, I haven't been to Ontario in years. I need to go back to Ontario. I need to go back to Canada. So one of the things that I think I'm kind of committed to do is at some point in time, still travel between U.S. and Canada is a little bit difficult right now, but at some point in time when it becomes a little bit more normalized, I need to get back to Canada. Hopefully we will make a trip to the Toronto area and then maybe do something with the trips live. That will be fun. And certainly Montreal, definitely Montreal. And then I go up to, we actually have some episodes that we did in Vancouver, BC. So those are out there as well. Got to run, Val, everyone. Just saw you, was stopping in. Thank you for stopping in, Q. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Rice stuffing. Rice stuffing does sound good. Somebody mentioned rice stuffing, and I missed that. Let's see. Oh, half Asian American. My family always makes duck with rice stuffing. That does sound good. Mashed potatoes. That's an odd combination. Mashed potatoes and duck with rice stuffing. But, hey, that's why they call us trippy food. Let's see. Fatty and Gamey, Val and Ken does a video together. Where is Ken located? My understanding is that Ken at some point in time is going to come down here to LA to do stuff with Reckless Eating, and we're going to be incorporated in that as well. So we will probably be doing something with Ken when he comes down here, but I wouldn't discount doing something with him up in Canada as well. So that would be awesome, Steve, and I'm looking forward to that. So we'll have to make that happen. Jack Agu, Happy New Year, everybody. It's been a while since I caught you live, Val. It has been. So Jock, did you go by a different name then? Because I don't recognize your name as having been in the chat before. So if you went by a different name, let us know. It's like, who is it? Eli used to be, what did Eli used to be? He had a different name. So some people change their names, and that might be why I don't recognize your name. But yes, you had to change it. So what was your name? Ken, oh, Darja Kane. Okay, welcome back. Darja Kane from Germany, everybody. Welcome back, Darja Kane. It's good to see you. I've not seen you in a while, but always welcome back. Jacob, therefore the Jack. I get it now. Ken is an hour or so north of Toronto. Oh, all right. Well, if we're going to be in Toronto, we're going to make that happen. So there we go. All right, so let's see. We did 3 snacks. We got 3 left. Now our alcoholic beverage. So we'll do our alcoholic. Eli with Stoner Kitchen. Thank you, Janice. Yes. And then also Dan used to be Pineapple Express, I think it was. The farmer, Dan. We haven't seen Dan in a while. But all right, so the question is, I like Belgian waffles, bratwurst, and beer. Together? That would be good together. Okay, so the question is, I did that one. What is the French Bouche de Noel cake modeled after? Again, what is the French Bouche de Noel cake modeled after? So we're going by looks. What does it look like? What is the French Bouche de Noel cake modeled after? And let's open up our alcoholic beverage. Doodle, do you want a snack or do you want hugs? We'll try a snack, and if that's not what you want, we'll bring you up here because people have not seen you. Is that what you want? That's what he wants. Okay. Sometimes it's attention. Sometimes it's a snack. I know the feeling. So here's what we're going to do. This I thought was particularly New Year's Eve-ish or New Year's Day-ish. This is from Stone Brewery, and this is Stone's. The name of it is an unfiltered IPA, and it is called Stone. Enjoy by 01/01/22. So you're supposed to enjoy this by New Year's Day. We are a day late. So maybe it's expired, maybe it's skunky, maybe it's terrible now because we're a day late opening this up. It was supposed to be enjoyed by January 1st, but it's still New Year's Eve. So we're going to drink it. And it is an unfiltered IPA from Stone Brewery at 9.4 ABV. So cool. Where is Stone Brewery? We've done Stone products on the show before. I just can't remember where they're from. And because it has a bottle cap I want to keep, but it looks like Satan, we're going to employ Richard Simmons again. Use the waffle like a bun for the brat. Yes, that would be good, Julie. Would you put anything else on it? You got the brat and the waffle. Would you put on it sauerkraut? Oh, can I spell that? I'm sorry. Yes. B-U-C-H-E, and there's a little thing over the U. B-U-C-H-E, day, like D-E, Noel, N-O-E-L. So it's Bouche de Noel. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's French. I'm terrible at French. Mike is on fire tonight. Oh, okay. I'm going to say it every week. Oh, okay, people are guessing. Yeah, probably, Jules. Ooh, it has a nice smell. Doesn't smell like a beer. It is an unfiltered IPA, but it doesn't smell like an IPA. Drinking Yingling Hershey Porter. I tried to find that. Everything about that sounds amazing. The Yingling Hershey Porter Lager, but apparently it was seasonal and you can't find it anymore. So I went to Total Wine and More. Went to a whole bunch of different places, and it is totally unavailable. I can't not find it anywhere. Mean Metal Mike. If you can find a place where it's still available, let me know. I would love to try that. But maybe I need to be in Pennsylvania. That's why I can't find it. If I was in the Philadelphia area, I'd probably find that relatively easily. But I think it's seasonal, and I think it's discontinued. So, Proposition 65 restaurants. Yeah, even in garages here. Like if you're going to go in, if you're driving into a garage, they'll have to sign it because carbon monoxide or something is on the list. And so you drive into a garage and you see a Proposition 65. It's everywhere. It just says this chemical or substance is you'll come in contact with it here. Warning, you will die. Something like that. Sweet mustard for the waffle. And yes, sweet mustard on a Belgian waffle with bratwurst. Let's see if we can develop that. I will do an episode, and I will give everybody credit for helping me come up with that. That sounds really good. I need to get a Belgian waffle iron is what I need. All right, here we go. You ready, Jules? Here we go. But I am using my beer tornado glass. So, all bets are off. Look at that. It's a tornado in a glass. What's the weather report for my glass of beer? All right, here we go. It is not seasonal in Pennsylvania. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to have to make next time I'm visiting in Boston, which I'm hoping is going to be like around March. I'm just going to have to make a road trip to Philly and get that. Well, and while I'm in Philly, we'll do cheesesteaks. We'll do the snapper soup at what used to be Bookbinders. Yeah, we'll make that happen. We will make that happen. Look at that. It's just building. It's going crazy. 9 out of 10. Thank you, Julie. Look what my glass is doing to me, though. Val, I should be drinking the second Mickey's. No, John, you should not. You should pace yourself. You should still be working on that 40 that you were drinking when you asked me to guess what you were drinking. Pace yourself, brother. You need a Power XL waffleizer, and you can cook the brat in the waffle. Well, that'd be interesting. Using a waffle iron to cook a bratwurst. That would be interesting. Or put the bratwurst in the waffle. I don't know. So full of ideas. That would be interesting. Because a Belgian waffle is pretty thick. So I think you could probably get away with maybe slicing the bratwurst and putting it inside the waffle. Oh my God, so many possibilities. It's all ahead. How am I going to drink this? I should have a straw. All right, here we go. I'm going to try it anyways. Guess what I'm eating? You are eating a cheesesteak sandwich from Jim's King of Steaks. I mean, Pat's King of Steaks. You're eating a cheesesteak sandwich, but you're not eating it from Pat's or Geno's. You're eating it from Jim's. That's my guess, Mike. Am I right? Matt has never tried a Belgian waffle? I find that hard to believe that he's never tried a Belgian waffle. That's bizarre. Put all the stuff in the waffle and then seal it up like a wafflerito. A Belgian waffle would not work well as a wafflerito. The flatter waffles would work better as a wafflerito, but the Belgian waffles too thick to roll up like that, I think. Val is kind of behind reading our messages. Well, keep me posted. So help me out. I don't want to miss a lot of stuff, but I'm drinking, I'm eating, stuck on a theme. What did I miss here? Sonic, I see where you say it might be Korean snack shrimp balls. We ate that. Maybe it was the answer to your question. Let's see, what did I miss? Jacob said the sweet mustard. I got that part. Let's see. What did I miss? Jessica said, do you like scary stuff like props for haunted houses and movie props? If you should, look up Trends World Haunt Show, entire floor show. That does sound interesting. I love haunted houses. I mean, like when I say haunted houses, I don't mean haunted houses that are supposed to be haunted because I never see ghosts. I'm not saying that I don't believe in them. I'm just saying I never see them. But when you talk about places, Jessica, do this. Look up. We did a Halloween episode. This is probably 4 years ago, 4 years ago. But it was the Peculiarium, Pecularium in Portland, Oregon. So it was a Halloween episode, the Peculiarium in Portland, Oregon. I think you would love that place. Check that out. See, look that one up. I thought you were going to drop the glass. No, I don't think so, but that's okay. What else did I miss? I guessed what Me Metal Mike is eating. I don't know if I guessed it right or not. Might have to try the Belgian waffle. We will, but I just still have a hard time believing he's never had a Belgian waffle. The beer looks pretty dark. Is that typical for an IPA? It is not typical for an IPA, but it's also not that dark. It's, kind of like a dark amber color, but it's unfiltered. So that may be why it's dark. It's unfiltered. Let's see. Sonic, what did I miss? Did I miss something else? Eating Polish cabbage and beet soup. That sounds good. I love cabbage and beet soup. I think I do. No, I guess I've never had that. I guess I would like it, though. Contact Cult Moo for crazy waffle suggestions. Well, John, the problem with that is that Cult Moo has already done them. And I don't want to follow somebody else's footsteps who's already done an episode with the crazy waffles, right? So I would rather do something unique and interesting that people haven't seen before, right? I don't want to copy somebody else's thing, like what am I going to do? Say that I'm doing it better than Cult Moo, or Cult Moo did it better? I mean, honestly. So I don't have to do something just because somebody else did it. I would prefer to do something different. Now, if there's a suggestion and I haven't watched Cult Moo or whomever it is, I haven't watched their episode and I do it myself, then that's fine. I'll do it that way. But we have made hamburger waffles, chopped pickles, and the patty finely, and put it into the dough. Yes. You put cheese in there as well, Jacob? Kaylee, you are never too late. We have half an hour to go. I still got 3 snacks. I'm on our alcoholic beverage right now. So we do have time, and you are never too late. So welcome. Everybody, welcome to the room. Kaylee, the Pokemon Master. Let's see. Sonic, you didn't answer my question. Did I get it? Am I caught up? Did I miss anything? If I didn't miss anything, please let me know. In Pennsylvania, ride on the Strasburg Railroad and check out the Pennsylvania State Railroad Museum in Strasburg. Where is Strasburg, Mike? How close is it to Philly? Our house in Denver is definitely. Oh, your house in Denver is like, you want to talk about the bassinet in the attic, Julie? Yeah, Jules, we were gonna try to do something with Kaylee. She's the one that mentioned. Remember when we went up to New Hampshire, we were gonna stop in Dover and go to that candy place, but we didn't have time. So that was one of Kaylee's suggestions. Have an order still in the shipment. Label created stage. Probably since I ordered on the day before New Year's Eve. I recently made a sherbet waffle. That's good. That would be good. Because I know, you have a waffle cone, right? Why not put the ice cream on there? But sherbet's a little bit different. But still, that would work. Lancaster County. So Lancaster County, that's down like the Amish country, right? Farther south, like near Harrisburg, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Not far from Philly. Oh, well, it's a small state. I wouldn't want to walk across it, but it's a small state. When you live in California, everything's a small state. I don't remember what we put in the dough. We kept it pretty light. Might have been cheese in there. The goal was to make burger-infused waffles. That does sound really good. I think that a waffle iron. What is the difference between sorbet and sherbet? That's a good trivia question, Kaylee. What is the difference between sorbet and sherbet? Maybe where they're from. And why do we call it sherbet? There's no R at the end of that. It's sherbet, right? But we always call it sherbet. Everybody calls it sherbet. Why? That doesn't make any sense. They have websites, Val. Definitely research and check them out. I will, Mike. I will definitely do that. All right. I think this is settled enough to drink without getting all the foam. You want to come up, Doodle? Come on up. Come on up. Come on. You can do it. I'm not a big fan of IPAs. This is really good. I don't know. I mean, it's different. IPAs can sometimes be really bitter because of all the hops in it, but this one's pretty good. It's not so fruity that it's sweet, and then it's not so bitter. Really nice, blend. So yeah, that's a thumbs up. It's a really good beer, and I enjoyed it by 1:22 instead of one. Doodle, come on, you can do it. I know you can. You do it all the time. Don't come up that way. You're gonna smash your head on the desk. You were gonna smash your head. No, come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Come on up. No, not that way. Come up over here. Come on up. Yeah, come on up. Come on. Doodle, come on. All right, I will pick you up. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness, everybody. It's Doodle. Hi. Are you all messed up here? Nope, that's right. Okay. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Happy New Year, Doodle. All right, yeah, you can stay. All right, so the beer, again, Stone, enjoy by 1:22, which you probably weren't going to get very much anymore. Thumbs up on that. Let's go back to the trivia question that we asked 2,000 years ago. What is the French Bouche de Noel cake modeled after? The answers were, or the guesses were, let's see, that's a long time ago. I think we started with Mean Metal Mike guessed the Eiffel Tower. John King said the Mona Lisa. Janice Yamanaka said the Yule Log. Steve from the Trip said a log, just a log. That's okay. Jacob said evergreen tree. Let's see. I think Sonic, that's what you were guessing. Korean snacks like shrimp balls. That might be the shape of the cake. I guess. I don't know. That looks like it was it. And the correct answer was, in fact, Yule log. A Yule log. It's a cake that looks like a log. So, Steve, you were right. Janice, you were right. I only have 20 points for this one. So, Steve, Janice, you're going to have to split that, take 10 points each. Or, if you think one is more deserving, get 15 points and the other one gets 5 points. I'm going to leave that completely up to you. I'm not going to get in the middle of that one. But 20 points for both of you to split. There we go. All righty. So, yeah, that's a really nice beverage. I actually like that. I like it. Oh, time to do something stupid. Almost forgot. So let's do this. I still got some in the bottle, and it's not in my tornado glass. I'm not going to do a lot of this. And here's our wassail. I have a feeling because the wassail is fruity, and the IPA is somewhat fruity, this might work, but we'll see. And it doesn't. Oh my God. Oh my God. Nope, that's bad. So here's what's bad. The sweetness is really thick sweet. Like I said, Jolly Rancher sweet. And so it just like destroys that. It brings out the bitterness in the IPA, which is bad. And then there's those spices. The spices just don't belong here. Oh, you cannot hear me. Anybody else cannot hear me. Let me check my settings and see if somehow they got readjusted. Can anybody else? You can. Okay, Janice, I think it's on your end. Okay, it was you. Remember when 7-Eleven had a Big Gulp candy bar? It was basically a Crunch bar. Big Gulp candy bar. Because a Big Gulp is that drink, right? But they just did a Crunch bar. That's kind of the cheap way out. We need to do some more 7-Eleven stuff, though. I thought it had something to do with Christmas. Well, yeah, that's the Yule log is a Christmas thing. But the Yule log was a log. They chopped down this huge log. It was one of the Scandinavian countries. I'm not sure which one. They would cut down this huge log and they would burn it at Christmas. I think it was like they would burn it until it went out, and it would take days. It would take days to burn it out. So that was the concept behind a Yule log. But now, if you go into a grocery store around Christmas time, you'll find the Yule Log Cake. So it's basically a cake. Usually it's rolled up, it's a rolled up cake, chopped on the outside and everything, and they try to make it look like a log. And so now when you say Yule log, it's mostly a cake as opposed to the actual log itself. But when it was an actual log itself, it was this huge tree that would take like days to burn, and they would just sit around and party until the log went out. But that's the story between the Yule log. Let's see. Doodle should meet my cat, Nosy Posy. I don't think Doodle would do well with cat. Doodle's never met a cat, and I think he would be okay. But I think cats won't like. Somebody said that that Doodle should meet Ziegler, which is Matt Zion's cat. Matt Zion's cat would eat Doodle. Would easily eat Doodle. He would kill Doodle. I guarantee it. He's actually bigger than Doodle. So yeah, I think that would happen. But Doodle's never met a cat, so I don't know. I'll have to do that slowly. Eat a snacko. I will, Julie. You're absolutely right, because time's a wasting, and I got 3 left. So I will do that. We call that Chris Lots. Oh, okay. But it's the same concept as Yule Log, right? I imagine. I know Sweden made a straw goat that wasn't meant to be burned, but it keeps getting burned down. Well, make anything out of something flammable and everything. You're inviting trouble, I think. Never knew Yule logs were the same thing. Me either, because I didn't know what a Christ log was, but that sounds about right. My cat is kind of chill. My dog keeps trying to fight him, and my cat's like, whatever. No, they're like that about a lot of things, but I think it would be bad. Chris loves to put on the Darth Vader Yule log at Christmas. He thinks he's hilarious. The Darth Vader Yule log. Is it a log shaped like Darth Vader that you burn in the? Oh, I get it, because like the whole, yeah. Okay, got that. I'm slow, but I got it. All right, next snack. We got to keep it moving. So I'm going to work into the spicy stuff. The next one, this one's really interesting. Question. Got to ask a question. This is a fun one. It is a Christmas question. What pizza does Kevin McAllister order? Again, the question, what pizza does Kevin McAllister order? So if you want to just say the pizza itself, that's fine. If you extra points, if you say where he ordered it from. What pizza does Kevin McAllister order? Hey, okay, Steve, great. Thank you for joining us today. It was great to see you again, and hopefully we will see you again soon. Steve from The Trips, be sure to check out their channel, The Trips. Awesome channel. I love it. One of my favorites. And if you don't know how to find them, just click on them where it says The Trips. All right, let's go ahead and open these. These are from Trader Joe's. These are crispy onion chips. Now, these are not potato chips that are flavored like onions. They're actually onion chips. So they slice the onions in a way that allows them to, are they fried or are they baked? It doesn't say. I'm guessing they fry them. I wouldn't think it would bake well. It doesn't. This is a product of Thailand. So who knew that they made onion chips in Thailand? It smells like onions. But again, remember, no potato. This is actual all onion. There we go. Slices of onion. Okay, you can tell. If you can kind of see that it has the lines. It actually is a slice of onion. Ooh, it was really light and airy. Oh God, heavy onion taste. Well, it's an onion. Wow, it just falls apart. I think it's probably baked and not fried, only because it's not crispy. It's really light and airy, and it just melts. It melts into onion flavor in your mouth. These are the strangest things I've ever had in my life. Now they're coated with rice bran. No, I'm sorry. They're not coated with anything. They're cooked in rice bran oil, and they added salt. Sealed tightly once opened to maintain crispness. It doesn't really say how they're made. These are good. You have to you see that? That's an onion. That's like a piece of an onion. Oh, really good. If you don't like onion, you'll hate them. Absolutely hate them, because the only flavor there is onion. Really good. I like that. That's a thumbs way up. That's a really unusual and strange snack. I'm kind of glad I found them. And just in case I didn't rate this one, that's a thumbs way down. The beer's good, but the mixture, not so much. Use that to wash down my onion. Now, see, a sip of one and then a sip of the other, that's okay. Together, they suck. They're jerks. Hate them. I saw a question asking if Predator or Kevin would win, and somebody replied, how much prep time does Kevin get? Well, apparently he always gets prep time. every Home Alone episode he gets prep time. So, all right. So the question was, what pizza does Kevin McAllister order? So Kaylee the Pokemon Master says Domino's. Let's see. Let's see. Julie says a large cheese pizza just for me. Jessica Stanton says Papa Gino's. I haven't seen a Papa Gino's in years. Papa Gino's. I thought it was the Papa Gino's was just a chain back east, if I'm not mistaken. Jessica, where are you from? What major metropolitan area are you from? Because I don't remember seeing Papa Gino's after I left Massachusetts. It just seemed like they were back east. Me and Metal Mike said cheese pizza. Let's see. Kaylee was talking about cheese and onion chips from the UK. I was tasting was onion and minimal cheese, but those are potato chips. Bob says a large cheese pizza. Let's see. Kaylee said I thought it was from Domino's. John King says Little Narrows cheese pizza. Janice Yamanak says cheese pizza from Little Narrows. Kate the Pokemon Meister says, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Let's see. I think that was it. I think we got them all. The correct answer was, in fact, large cheese pizza. He ordered a large cheese pizza because when they were all eating it, when the family was there, he asked for cheese pizza, and they ate all his cheese pizza. Everyone ate the cheese pizza, and he was the one that wanted the cheese pizza, and it all got eaten. So he wanted a cheese pizza just for him, and he did order it from Little Nero's. So you're all correct. Everyone, I have to divide the points up, so everyone gets 2.5 points. 2.5 points for everybody. I love onion. I like onion too, John. I don't like it raw so much, like especially the white onion or the yellow onion. I don't like it raw in salads or on a burger just because it kind of overpowers what you have in it. But cooked onion, I don't mind. Caramelized onion, I don't mind. Grilled onion, I don't mind. And the only time I really like raw onion is if it's kind of cut up and is mixed with like pickles or something like that. Like on an Italian sub, the onion they put on an Italian sub, or on a hot dog, like a Chicago hot dog, I think might have the onion in it. I don't remember, but like chopped on top of a hot dog, that's pretty good. But other than that, not really crazy about raw onion. But cooked onion, yeah, I'm all for it. There's one in a near dead mall I went a while back. Oh, we're talking about Gino's. Yep. Oh, okay. So Kaylee, I know you would see them because you're from New England, and I know they're really popular in New England, but I don't know where else. Melrose, Massachusetts. Oh, okay, Jessica. So yeah, that's why Papa Gino's, but I think Papa Gino's is only there. Duncan Spencer just snuck into the room. We got 15 minutes to go, but you're never too late. Happy New Year and welcome, Duncan. Jess, the Papa Gino's downtown is gone, right? There was one on Main Street. Jess and Julie are just Melrosing here. Hard to believe that in this decade, Mickey Mouse will be a century old. Yeah, I guess so. Animation is probably only a century old. I don't remember if the first actual movies were animation or they actually were film. I don't know. That'd be a good question. Yes, sadly, it went out of business a few years ago. But I don't. Are there, Julie or Jessica or Kaylee? Are there Papa Gino's left in New England, or are they completely gone? Patrons is the go. Oh, okay. You guys are Melrosing again. Love roasted onion, the crunchy brown pieces. Yes, me too. Val, do you like roasted corn? I love roasted corn. You mean like elote, John, where you get it off the street vendors and you put the mayo and chili and lime and salt and what else do you put on it? The cheese, all kinds of stuff on it. I love roasted corn. Now, the thing is, in Colombia, they do roasted corn, and their corn is different than the corn we have here. It's amazing. I don't even talk about it. Big, huge kernels. The corn is amazing, and that roasted is just like, it's a biblical experience. I think Felix the Cat was 1919. There's an interesting trivia question. What was the first animated movie? That'll be interesting. Okay, so we got off track. We have to have another snack. So we get that question. Here is another question. We're almost at the end of our Christmas question, so that's good. And we can start a new year. So the question is, what dish was Henry VIII's? I'm sorry. What dish was Henry VIII, the first English monarch, to eat for Christmas dinner? What dish was Henry VIII, the first English monarch, to eat for Christmas dinner? So in other words, he was the first English monarch to eat this thing for Christmas dinner. What was it? What was that thing? That thing we was talking about. You know, that thing. I can't do my thing until you do your thing. That thing we was talking about. And let us go ahead and open up our next one. I think we'll do this one next. This looks interesting. The company is called Field Trip. And this is buffalo style chicken stick with dried apples. Is that the weirdest thing you ever saw in your life? So it's like a Slim Jim. I don't want to call it jerky because it's not really a jerky. A beef stick, I guess, is what this would typically be called. But it is a buffalo style chicken stick with dried apples. That is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life. I wish I could remember where I got this. It's just weird. Probably Cost Plus World Market or someplace like that. All right, here we go. It smells like a Slim Jim. Hey, Val, Henry VIII sucks. Not anymore, he doesn't. He's dead. I don't like the texture of this. It's gritty. And no mean metal Mike, not like Gritty, the mascot for the Flyers or the Phillies? Phillies, I think. Different Gritty. I like that buffalo wing sauce flavor. That's nice. I'm not tasting the chicken. I'm getting smoke taste. But the texture is really unpleasant. I don't think I like it. So they print a bunch of stuff on the inside. So like if you're just one of those people that kind of open this up and throw it away, you're going to miss all that. Not that it's probably interesting, but the people who make it sign their name. The ingredients are in there and the inside. I don't know. If you're going to do a chicken stick, so you're going to make one of those sticks, and you're going to make it out of chicken, it should taste like chicken. Then I guess I understand why they went with the buffalo wing sauce flavor, because that typically what you would have on chicken wings. The problem is, again, the texture is gritty. I'm not really crazy about the texture. It doesn't have a lot of chicken flavor, because I think the only flavor you really get is the buffalo wing sauce, which is nice. I like that. You could put that buffalo wing sauce on a beef stick and probably be just as good as that. So I don't know. I'm gonna give it a thumbs in the middle. I just think if you're gonna have something called a chicken stick, it should taste like chicken. And I don't get that so much. I mean, even a chicken wing, you eat a chicken wing with buffalo sauce and it still tastes like chicken. So there we go. What did I miss? I missed, let's see, we're talking about ham. Oh, we said Henry VIII sucks. I think we're all in agreement of that. World Market is great. They're building up Salem, New Hampshire like crazy. Oh, okay, we're still Massachusettsing now, or New Hampshireing, or both. Always hate that they're out of fruit gums. Then there were guesses. Oh, I saw pumpkin spice noodles in the Asian aisle for 19 cents a cup. Kaylee, watch our episode and decide whether you think it's worth a shot or not. If you want my advice, I'd say skip it. But if you're one of those people like me who has to at least try something once, go for it. You know, I mean, I never try to talk anybody out of trying something they've never tried before. That's how I roll. So so if you I would try it if I were you, and that'd be interesting because the next time you see us, you can tell us what you thought of it and if you thought anything different about what I have a feeling it's going to be hard to find. So if you see that, especially if it's only 19 cents a cup, grab it. You're only out 20 cents, right? Okay. Our question was, what dish was Henry VIII, the first English monarch, to eat for Christmas dinner? And the answers or the guesses were, let's see, goose. Jacob said goose. Rugzulo, who I ignored, actually snuck in. I did not see. Welcome, Rugzulo. Said Cornish hen. Good guess. You know, you don't have to know. It's okay. It's okay to guess. Let's see. Janice Yamanaka said turkey. Was that it? I don't know if that was it. I think that was it. The correct answer is turkey. The turkeys were first brought to England in 1526 by William Strickland, who acquired 6 from Native American traders. So first got to England in 1526. I don't know what the year was that Henry VIII ate it, but he was the first English monarch to eat turkey for Christmas. So, which kind of like, that was kind of a question that we asked earlier. And that's the end of our Christmas trivia questions. And we got one more snack. So, don't get me started on the mascot. I think we're talking about Gritty. Let's see. Had a woman killed because he hated her. Oh, no, I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Henry VIII was the first to start the Anglican Church because the Catholic Church that was big at the time refused to give him a divorce. So he said, "Well, we'll start the Church of England, and they'll give me a divorce." So yeah, he was kind of a bastard. I mean, I didn't mean that in the bad sense of the word, not as a child born out of wedlock kind of bastard. He had multiple women executed. Yes, he did. He was famous for that. Not because he didn't like them, because they wouldn't give him a son. I wouldn't either. Macho Man, Slim Jim, Snap-a-doo, Slim Jim. Talking about the woman who took 11 neck blows to behead her. Somebody didn't sharpen their axe. Never tried a beef jerky. What does it taste like? And is it all different flavors? Yes, it is. It is a wide variety of flavors, and they're not always beef. So a lot of you can find alligator jerky, kangaroo jerky, camel jerky, all different kinds of jerky. Jerky is just basically dried beef. So there's a wide variety. Jessica, if you get a chance, I'm trying to think of in your area where you would go. Let me think about that. Julie might be able to help out with that. Places where you could get like a wide variety of jerkies and everything. Because the thing is that I can't tell you, just get this jerky and try it. And also grocery store jerky is not really that good. So I would say if you've never tried it, you should try it. If you're good at chewing stuff for a long time, then you'll like it. Otherwise, I don't know. Yes, Rugzulo, you're absolutely right. World Market does have some good jerkies. So you're absolutely right. Found Coleman's mustard from there, not very spicy. That's bizarre. I said turkey because that's what he was always stereotyped as eating. Oh, the big turkey leg, you mean? Yeah, which is always funny because when you go to the Renaissance fairs, they're always eating turkey legs, and during the Renaissance period, they would not have had turkeys in the UK, or in Europe at all. No, John, again, you are not invisible, and if you keep on typing "I am invisible," you're just proving that you're not invisible. So there you go. I remember you doing one with Reckless Macho Man. Reckless Macho Man? Reckless Macho Man. I didn't know there was a reckless guy named Macho Man, so maybe not. But maybe I just don't remember. Okay, we're talking about Henry VIII still. Glad to hang out with you guys. Got to go now. Hey, also with you, Jacob, don't be a stranger. Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for joining us. Always glad to see you, and it has been a while, but it's never too late. So welcome. Everybody say goodbye to Jacob, our former Darja Kane, and now Jack Angu. Farewell, and we'll see you soon. Happy New Year. All right, one last snack. We're at 2:58. We have 2 minutes left. We're going to go over a little bit. Hope you guys don't mind. And our last one is hot nuts. Yes, we've done hot nuts before, but these are new hot nuts. These are new double crunch hot nuts flair, chili pepper and lime, artificially flavored double crunch peanuts. We're doing hot nuts. So Miguel Rango, you asked, do I like beer? This beer was good. Some beer I don't like, but yeah, I do like beer. We almost always do a beer on this episode. We should change it up a little bit. Maybe do wine every once in a while, or some other kind of alcoholic beverage. Maybe even tequila. I don't know. What do you guys think of that? That'll be a poll for another day. Oh, yes, reminder. If you guys don't, in case you guys forgot, there is a poll at the top of the chat about doing the trivia. So don't forget to vote. Your vote counts. There we go. Glad I got you, Val. Wanted to thank you for using the recipe I sent you. I want to thank you for sending me the recipe, Adam. Have you made that yourself? Because that was really good. It was really, really good. I didn't want to get too much into the Kwanzaa thing, only because I didn't want to, disrespect the custom of Kwanzaa. But thank you for sending that, Adam. That was really, really good. Reckless eating, Slim Jim, Macho Man. You still don't know. Still do not know. Oh, you're talking about the Slim Jims itself, those big long Slim Jims. Yeah, I think I did. I did a challenge eating the Slim Jims. You're right. I don't think I won. I think Matt won. I don't remember. Okay, so last snack means last question. Doodle, come on back up. Come on back up. Come on. Come on up. You can do this. You can do this. I know you can. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. All right, I'll pick you up. There we go. Doodle, everybody, once again. All right, so last question. How is the Mongolian drink Arag made? Again, how is the Mongolian drink Arag made? It's A-I-R-A-G. All right, so that goes in the drink cabinet. And let's open up our Takis Hot Nuts. No, Doodle, I don't think you want this because I don't feel like cleaning up after you eat this. That's just me talking. Let's see. They look a little bit like burnt peanuts. And when I say burnt peanuts, I don't mean peanuts that were in a fire and were burnt. I mean the snack burnt peanuts, except that they have kind of a candy shell on these. These do not have a candy shell on it, but they are coated. So we're going to try these. No, Doodle, you don't want those. Trust me. Well, Duncan, a lot of water goes under the bridge. As a matter of fact, how many episodes do we have now? So if you count the live streams, on this coming Thursday will be our 758th episode. So you have a tendency to forget. With spoiled milk. What with spoiled milk? John? Oh, I'm definitely feeling this Mickey's malt liquor. And then the next thing I see you say is with spoiled milk. So I'm not sure unless you were answering somebody about spoiled milk. So I don't know. Yes, Miguel, I do like beer. I'm not the cooker in the family. Well, you got to start somewhere, Adam. These are really strange. Taking shots of peppermint nuts. Pace yourselves, Miguel. Pace yourself. Have you ever tried Mark's Harder Lemonade? If so, do you like them and favorite flavor? I have not tried them yet. I didn't know that it's lemonade. I didn't know they had other flavors, but I've not tried them, but we can. If you want, we'll do it on one of the upcoming episodes. So that'll be our alcoholic beverage of choice. Is there one that you would recommend, Jessica? I know that it was just a fun one I like. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember who I won. I thought Matt would win. I don't know. The only ones of those that I remember winning are the ones that people just couldn't handle continuing to do it. Like maybe the spicy ones, I would win the spicy ones. The one that Matt did with the communion toast crunch, which was the communion wafers with the wine. I won that one only because Matt and Matt and Lindsay couldn't finish it. They were just like, I can't eat this. This is nasty. It's slimy. It's whatever. And I'm like, okay, I win. I could have taken a week to eat it. I still would have won. So there we go. Oh, you answered the question. Okay. Cranberry or mango? Let's see. It's a lemonade. I guess either one of those. Jessica, I will do this for you. We will get a hold of one of those, and then we will do it as our adult beverage for the next live stream. How did you meet Matt? Okay. It's funny because Matt asked me that question the other day. Matt was like, where do we meet? How do we meet? So there was an event at the YouTube space in Los Angeles. And Jeff Fu at the time was producing my show, and I think he was contributing to Reckless Eating. I'm not sure to what extent. So because Matt and Chris were there, he also suggested that I go. I don't even think it was Trippy Food at the time. I think I was still with Eddie Lynn doing Kamikaze Kitchen. And And so since Jeff said, "Oh yeah, why don't you come to this thing?" It was a good way to meet other YouTubers and stuff like that. And that's where we actually met Matt and Chris. And when we talked, we kind of said, "Well, we're kind of doing the same thing. We should collaborate and do stuff together." So that's when we started. If you ask me exactly when that was, I honestly can't remember. But that's where I first met Matt and Chris, both of them through Jeff Fu at the YouTube space in Los Angeles. So there we go. Why do you call it trippy food? Is it because you're tripping on acid or shrooms? Miguel, that's an excellent question because that's what people assume. So the thing is, you call it trippy food. Is that because you're dropping acid and eating food? Is that how does that work? It's called trippy food because the blog I think started with like 2008 or 2009. It started out as a blog, and my friend Josh Joseph was the one that suggested I do a blog. He goes, you have so many stories, you should do a blog. So I said, well, what should we call it though? You know, because it's food and travel, right? Or travel and food. And so we're trying to come up with names, and then every name that sounds really good, somebody else has. So he came up with the name, and he said, how about trippy food? So the trippy is like the road trip part, and the food is the food part. So it combines the two of those things together, road trips and food, trippy food. And that's where it came up. So he actually came up with the name, and I liked it. It sounded okay and stuck. But I do have to explain all the time that it has nothing to do with dropping acid. So, but that's funny. Hey, Food Taster TV, you're late. Like we normally stop, but it's okay because we went a little bit over because I was busy yapping, and we're still eating our snacks. So probably go another 5 minutes or so. But you're never too late, and it's always good to see you. Food Taster TV, everybody, Happy New Year, by the way. Let's see. See, as you know, I'm UK. Chris looks crazy. Sean looks amazing. Well, I don't know what you mean by with looks. You mean looks like that's the kind of person they are? Because the thing is, what you see on camera is not, especially with a lot of the cast from Reckless Eating. Chris has a persona that he plays on Reckless Eating. His reactions to things are genuine, but he's really kind of playing a character. So somebody had mentioned that, I think it was on the San Francisco We Go Main show that I went with them to do. Somebody was saying, well, it seems like you and Chris have this adversarial relationship. It's like he kind of jumps on you for stuff or whatever. That's just Chris, like his thing on camera. So when he does like his Christery stuff, which is basically Chris's revisionist history on how things occurred, which is funny as hell. I have to play the straight guy, right? Because that's just me. I am the straight guy, so I play the straight guy, and Chris does not. So that kind of thing is an act. And I think when you get him off camera, he's a pretty down to earth, very intelligent guy, down to earth. But his persona on camera is completely different. I haven't worked a lot with Sean, but Sean off camera is probably as he's like a leader type, like alpha type. Is basically, it's like, he says, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, we're going to do this. And sometimes I think Matt just doesn't want to, cause any conflict or anything, so he just kind of goes along with it and everything. So I think that's more of their personalities off camera, but what you see on Reckless Eating is just like an aspect of their persona that's developed for camera. So I hope that answers your question in a kind of a roundabout sort of way. It is always, I think you've been good. Always good to catch you live, and it's always good to see you, Food Taster TV. Do you like dropping acid? I've never dropped acid before, so I don't know. I would probably not drop acid only because I see a lot of things in my imagination that if I thought were real would be frightening. So that's probably why I've never done any like mind-altering substances or anything like that. So I think I would stay away from LSD, Miguel, or anything like that. Will you be having a regular Saturday stream next week? I anticipate yes. Tom, are you doing a live stream today? Oh no, it's not Saturday. Of course not. So you're not doing a live stream today. For those of you who don't know, Tom, old guy in Colorado, does his live stream on Saturday, and it usually follows our show by 2 hours. So usually we're done around 3:00 p.m. Pacific time, and his show starts 5 p.m. Pacific time. So it's a nice, let's cut over and let's go to Tom's channel. But I keep forgetting it's actually Sunday. So Yeah, Tom, to the best of my knowledge, I will be doing a Saturday stream, but I'll put out information during the week. The usual suspects on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram, so that you guys know when I'll be doing it. But the plans right now is to regular time on Saturday, on next Saturday. I didn't mean that he looks crazy in general. I think Sean looks like a nice guy. I guess so. I don't know a lot about Sean personally, so I don't know like what kind of person he is like off camera or when we're not filming or anything. My only exposure to Sean has been during filming, so I really don't know what his actual persona is. Chris and I have done stuff like, well, did a 5.5 hour road trip to San Francisco. You get to know somebody pretty good when you're on a 5.5 hour road trip with them. And if we didn't get along, that would have been a hell of a road trip. I probably wouldn't have gone, but no. Yeah, I think. Oh, you're just talking about looks in general. I guess so. Yeah, Chris is an awesome person. He is. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Yeah, I did miss something. I didn't rate this last snack. Hang on a second. I'm gonna eat some more of that. You should use the community tab to let us know when the streams are. The community tab goes to show what I know of. I didn't know there was a community tab. Is that on YouTube, Food Taster? I like these. It says hot nuts in big letters, like it's really hot. It's not really hot. It's spicy. It's like a Mexican chili snack, with chili on it. It's maybe that hot. It's not really hot at all. Not too hot. You taste the lime in there, which is really nice. The peanut flavor, the crunchiness of it. There's nothing bad about this at all. That's a thumbs up. It's really good. So now we're a little bit over. We're at like 3:11. Hope you guys don't mind. Well, I guess anyone who does mind is already gone. So now is the time on Trippy Food when we do something stupid. Oh, wait, I had a trivia question. I think. Yes, I did. How is the Mongolian drink Arag made? I'd have to sift through this and go back and look, so I'm going to give everybody 200 points anyways, and the answer is it is made by fermenting raw, unpasteurized mare's milk. That is right, mare's milk from a horse. So that's what Arag is made out of, and I've actually had it before. Don't ask me. No, it was a Mongolian festival, and I actually had it at, and it tastes a little bit like, Food Taster, you would appreciate this. It tastes a little bit like dough. Dough, if I'm saying that right, dough, the fermented drink. I know you know what I'm talking about. The fermented mare's milk tastes very similar to that. What are the other guys like? Like Nando looks cool. Nando can be intense and have like an intense personality. He's kind of laid back, and he generally doesn't have a filter. Quincy is like. Quincy can be kind of intense on camera, but like off camera and everything, he's like one of the coolest guys to hang out with. In general, like I can't think of because I filmed a lot with them, and I really can't think of anybody in that cast where I think like I'm glad I only had to deal with them for a short period of time and everything. Not at all. I mean, I've done a lot of stuff with them and even long-term stuff with them. They're all like kind of great guys to hang out with. And again, I think they do this persona on camera that's not necessarily always their actual persona. So that's where I'm coming from. So which friend are you happy new year, Julie? I thought maybe somebody was leaving and I didn't miss. There's a community tab for every channel above 500 subs on YouTube, and you can make status posts and polls and picks. I did not know that, Food Taster. Thank you for letting me know. I'm above 500 subs. I will do that. I will do that. Thank you so much. Do you all have Whataburger in California? No, Miguel, we don't, which is why when I did that, the We Go Main show with Matt to Arizona, that's specifically why we stopped at Whataburgers, because they don't have them out here. And so actually, they don't have them really far out of the Southwest. They're big in Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, but I think that might be the only area where they are. So like people up north haven't heard of it, or back east, or in California or north of California, they don't have Whataburger out here. So so that's why we did an episode at Whataburger. Same with, that's why we did that dual episode with Whataburger and Waffle House. They don't have Waffle House out here either. So it's kind of like if you're from one of the southern states or one of the southwestern states, Whataburger and Waffle House probably don't mean much to you. You're familiar with them. You probably eat there all the time. But for people outside of that area and everything, it's kind of like, this is Whataburger. People don't know about Whataburger. Or this is Waffle House. So that's why we did the Waffle House and the Whataburger episodes, because it's kind of like, you're in Arizona, they're there, might as well do it. I was surprised to actually find Waffle House. I didn't think Waffle House was that far out of the South. To find it in Phoenix, Arizona was really unusual. But as long as we're here, we need to do an episode. Yes, food taster. I'm pronouncing that dough, but that's probably not how you pronounce that. I don't know if you can do a phonetic thing and tell me how to pronounce that. But the fermented mare's milk that they drink in Mongolia is very, very similar to that. Val, you should do a collab with Brandon Clark, the garbage disposal. Where is Brandon Clark, the garbage disposal out of? Where does he call home? What time is it there? Here we are in Southern California. It is Pacific time, and it is 3:15 Pacific time. So we're running later than we usually do, but I'm having fun. I'm talking. You guys are listening. And there's still enough of you there, so why not, right? So if you got the time, if you got to go, I understand. If you got the time, we got the time. I'm from San Antonio. Oh, Miguel. You say, you're from San Antonio, Texas. Have you ever been down here? I lived in Austin, Texas for 13 years. So yes, I have been, which is why when I found the Whataburger, I'm like, I got to go to Whataburger, because I remember eating a Whataburger when I lived in Texas. I lived in Austin, Texas for 13 years. And San Antonio is just a short, like 1.5 hour car ride down I-35. So yes, I'm ultimately familiar with San Antonio. Just basically because I spent a lot of time there when I lived in Austin. There's some really cool things in San Antonio, besides the Riverwalk. Riverwalk's kind of touristy, but there's some interesting things. Like, what was Liberty Bar? It was called Liberty Bar, and it was in this house that was like sideways. I think they fixed it. I think they uprighted it, and I don't think the Liberty Bar is there anymore, but that was really interesting. Can I give you a shout out? Shout out to Duncan Spencer. Like that? Or like, here's a shout out to Duncan Spencer. Are you recording that? Like, can you use that for something? I'm not sure specifically what kind of shout out. Usually I give people a shout out because they gave me a recipe or they, whatever. But Duncan Spencer, there's your shout out, if that's what you were looking for. Memphis, Tennessee. John, what was that? That's where Brandon Clark, the garbage disposal is. Yeah, I would love to go to Memphis and do some stuff in Memphis. There's a bunch of stuff in Memphis that I want to do. So while I'm there, I could look him up and see if he's interested in doing a collaboration. I don't know that I would be a human garbage disposal. I don't have that, I don't do volume stuff like that. But, if he's willing to do something different, unique, and interesting, sure, why not? Do you like Tex-Mex? Sometimes, but I have to be in the mood for it, because my problem with Tex-Mex is it tends to be kind of soupy. Everything is runny and soupy and saucy and everything. So that's my thing about Tex-Mex. But like I sure ate a lot of it when I was living in Texas. It's just like it's not like preference for Mexican food, only because, like I said, it gets kind of soupy and messy and stuff like that. So like I gravitate towards Oaxacan food a lot, even some Sonoran stuff. But yeah, Tex-Mex is cool. I like Tex-Mex. Let's see. Wait, hang on a second, John. Back up a second. You can't just throw that out there and say you are in Ontario, Canada, because the last time I talked to you, you were in Los Angeles. So you have moved to Ontario, Canada, John? Is that correct? Have you been to Martha's Vineyard? I bet you would love it there. Jessica, that's the weird thing is I spent most of my life I like to say 25 years in Massachusetts. I've never been to Martha's Vineyard. So that's kind of weird. Yeah, I need to go there. I grew up in the North Shore, so that's I know that intimately. I have also traveled around New England, but oddly, Martha's Vineyard is one of the places I have been to Martha's Vineyard, or I have not been that man from Nantucket. Not been to Nantucket either. This was great. Thanks again, Val, for a wonderful live. Catch everyone next time. Thank you, Jared. Always good to see you. You're a regular fixture here, Jared. So happy New Year, and have a great rest of your weekend. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Let's see. Which was a long ways away, Miguel, that I was talking. Oh, the Ontario, Canada. Yes, that is correct. Yes, sir, Val recently bought a house here in Newmarket, Ontario. Oh, good for you, John. Awesome. Yeah, I think you will like Canada. I really do. I really think you will like Canada. Canada is like your speed. I think you would like Canada. I would like Canada. I would love to live in Canada, but it's cold, and Claudia's not really a big fan of winter, so probably not move to Canada anytime soon. We'll have to do the islands next time you're up, Dad. Yes, we will. We will do that. I also, Julie, next time I'm up, I also want to do a Philly trip. If you're up for that, I want to go to Philly. You've lived in every time zone. Let's see, is that correct? No, Bob, I have not lived in Mountain Time. I've not lived in Mountain Time. So, but every other time zone. So I've lived in Pacific Time, Central Time, and Eastern Time, but I've not lived in Mountain Time. I visited Mountain Time because I've been to every one of the 50 states, but I've not. And I visited Alaska, and I think Alaska is on a separate time zone as well. Been to Alaska as well, and Hawaii, and they're in a separate time zone. And the U.S. Virgin Islands, and they're in a separate time zone. So, yeah, I've visited all the time zones, but only lived in 3. All right, so I was going to do something stupid. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to start with our little blue cat thingy. Let's see what makes sense. Oh, let's do this. So we'll go our Brownie Brittle. Well, let me delete my questions so we don't do that next time. Oh, yes, and also a friendly reminder, there is a poll. There is a poll. It's at the top of your chat screen. So make sure that you answer the poll because we're asking about trivia questions. So I want to know how you guys feel about it. Should we continue them? Should we not? And if you have like comments to make on it and everything, I'm not sure how you do that in the poll, but we'll get to it. Let's see. Hey, Steve Russell. Steve, did you just sneak in? Like we're running late, so you know it's a good thing we're running late, or we wouldn't have seen you today. Do you have a PO box? Not yet. I'm working on that, Miguel. So people can send stuff, but I don't have one as of yet. I hate UK. I want to live in UD. US. Oh, okay. Honestly, that's tough. That's tough. Because I mean, it depends on where you want to live in the U.S. It varies extremely. Well, if you think about it, the U.S. is maybe bigger. I don't know if it's bigger or not, but I think it's probably bigger than Europe, than all of Europe. And if you think about it, there's a big difference between England than there is from Spain, which there is from Germany, which there is from Yugoslavia. There's so much difference in that little area. Well, likewise, there's a lot of difference in the United States too. So there's a big difference of living in Boston as there is living in LA, which there is in living in Seattle, which there is in living in Austin, Texas. There's a big difference living in Austin, Texas than there is in living in Dallas, Texas. And that's, I think it was like 3 hours away, something like that. So that's the thing. Like if you talk about living in the U.S., there's a wide swath of places that, of the things that you like for instance, living here in California, gasoline is the most expensive in Southern California, in the LA area, than anywhere else in the United States. So other places in the United States, gas is like $3 something a gallon. Here it's like $4.60, something like that. So it's more expensive. Housing is more expensive in cities like Boston, New York, LA. There's a huge political divide right now, and it seems to be associated with whatever state you live in. It's some places are hot, humid. Some places are cold. It's a huge. So when you say you want to live in the United States, you got to figure out where in the United States you want to live. There's a huge variety. We're a dumpster fire right now. We are, Julie. We've been working on that dumpster fire for years. We are in a dumpster fire, so hopefully. Duncan, there's not enough time to explain why we're in a dumpster fire right now, but we are. All right, so I got this. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stick these these shrimp balls. I'm going to put one in there, one there, and then we're going to take our hot nuts and do the same thing. I just lost that. I got doodle hair all over me. He sheds like a collie, and he's a short hair. I got his hair all over me. All right. So let's do a couple of hot nuts and poke those in there. Hope we have enough room. Yep, I think that's going to work. There we go. And thank you, Janice. Ah! This thing's just falling apart all over the place. Is that Sheila G's Brownie Brittle? It is Sheila G's Brownie Brittle. Food taster. I forgot that you came in later. Yeah, so we were eating that earlier. It is the salted caramel version of that. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have a little bit of our weird Slim Jim thing. Here's our onion chip. And again, if you just came in, it is a chip. It is an onion chip. It's not a potato, an onion flavored potato chip. It is an onion. My hot nuts keep trying to escape. It is an onion chip. Most Americans forgot how to live and respect one another, help those who need it, and instead just want to fight amongst each other. That, yes, Julie, that is it in a nutshell right there. That is it in a nutshell. But let's not get too political here. But that's it. It's not even a political thing. It's not. It's a humanity thing. It's how we treat each other. That's all it is. And here's our chicken hot. What is it? Field Trip buffalo style chicken stick. All right, isn't that interesting? Look at this mess. How am I going to get that in my mouth? I know, I got a big mouth. Now here we go. Hi, Haley. I miss you. I hope to see you soon. I have a big coat. Well, I was going to say you won't need that coat in Arizona or Texas, but it depends where you live in Arizona or Texas. You live in Lubbock, Texas, you'll need that big coat. You live in Houston, not so much. You live in Yuma, Arizona, you won't need that big coat. If you live in Flagstaff, you will. If you live in Florida, you won't need that coat at all. All right. So I'm getting a lot of that bean paste. It's not a bad flavor. That chicken stick thing kind of throws everything else off. It's salty, a little bit oily. How does anything overpower an onion chip? I don't know. I actually recorded a video of me trying weird food mashups just like this. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that out. Oh, that is weird. The onion flavor comes in afterwards. What do you oh, no, Duncan, don't know. No, I'm not saying you did. I'm not saying you did that. I just want to, I'm just saying that we try not to do the two things that we don't talk about on this channel, religion and politics, just because nobody sees eye to eye on that. So I don't think you did that. I was just kind of cautioning that we don't want to do that. But we don't. The reason we don't do that is because it's just a long argument. Because nobody in terms of religion and politics sees eye to eye on that. They just don't. And it's not an American thing. I think it's everywhere. And just honestly, I don't want to waste time on the channel doing that. So we don't. Maybe some point in time we'll do a channel where we can go and vent and just yell at each other for an hour. Probably not though. So don't worry, Duncan. You didn't break any unwritten rules. So again, the two big flavors are the bean filling from that pancake thing, the Blue Cat pancake thing. And then the onion chip comes in afterwards. So you don't get the onion chip right off the bat, but then the onion flavor comes in afterwards. And then there's that chicken stick thing in the middle. Where we can go and vent and yell at each other, that usually like Thanksgiving. Yep. Yes, sirree. Yeah, because interfamily is always the worst, Jules, right? Now that bite finishes with that bean pancake flavor. So it's not bad. There's nothing really that's like horrifying that kind of overpowers it too much, and you get little bits and flavors coming up. Not enough to say it's great, and I would do it all the time. So I'm going to give it a thumbs in the middle. Not too bad. So we finished that. It is 3:29. It's probably like we'll just stop at 3:30. That's a good thing. We're winding it down here. Again, another year in the books, another year behind us. I'm not going to ask people to I'm not going to say let's have a better 2022 than we did in 2021. That doesn't work. We learned that in 2021. So let's just say let's have a good 2022, and let's work at making it a good 22, because it's up to us. It's really up to us as an individual to make it a better place, and let's do that. Let's focus on just making the world a better place, and starting on an individual level. I mean, that's not a lot to ask, I don't think. So let's try to do that. I appreciate you all. I appreciate the community we built, especially over the last year and everything. It's a wonderful community. I love doing this. I love seeing you guys on the live stream every week. I've come to know some of you really, really well, even though and I don't even know your real name, or I've never seen you and everything, but I come to know you really well. It's a great community. It really is. And it's one of the high points of my week is to be able to do this and to interact with you in the community. So so share that and pay that forward, and let's do that with everybody. And like I said, we'll make the world a better place. So we will continue to be putting out episodes. Also check out the people in our community that have YouTube channels. I can pretty much vouch for every one of them. They're great channels and everything. Janice Yamanaka, Tom, old guy in Colorado, Food Taster TV, the Trips, Steve, who joined us from the Trips this week. All great channels and everything. If you want to know who those channels are, just go down to on our main page on our channel. At the bottom it says featured channels. Just go in there and look in the list of featured channels. There's some new ones, stuff of people that we met last year. Wander Wisely and the Fine Dining. So definitely check their channels out, and let's build a community with them as well. Be sure to subscribe to their channel. Be sure to ring the bell and like the videos, even the live stream. You can do that with the live stream as well. And when you subscribe, click on that little bell so that you get notification when they're doing something else, whether it's an episode coming out or actually doing a live stream. One of the things I noticed is that a lot of people who like the videos and watch the videos are non-subscribers. So I think it's like 40%. 40% of the people who like the videos and stuff are subscribers. So that means that a lot of people who are watching these videos and they're not subscribers. So help us out, help everybody out, and subscribe. And if you don't have you don't have to have a channel. Just create a YouTube login, and all you have to do is just create the login. You don't have to post anything on it. You don't have to have any input and everything. But it helps. It helps other channels to help and helps them build. I'm watching a lot of the ones that started out really small. 1 or 2 subscribers that are like up in the hundreds now. And so again, yes, thank you, Janice. Don't forget about the poll that's up at the top, because that's gonna based on how we move forward with the trivia. Again, I'm gonna do some different stuff this year. Mean Metal Mike was reminding me about doing the music live stream, which we'll do on a different channel, but I'll let you guys know about that. I want to do some different stuff. I want to change some stuff up a little bit and everything for the better. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. If you guys have suggestions, email address val@trippyfood.com. Please email me. Let me know what your suggestions are and everything. But do you try hot sauces? What do you think the iguana series? The iguana series, I know they have those at because I see them all the time at Cost Plus World Market. They're okay. Not my favorites, but they're not horrible either. They're pretty good. I think my go-to table sauce is probably the armadillo, secret armadillo. Secret armadillo is my go-to table hot sauce. I put it on everything, eggs, whatever. Just put it on everything. Did I miss anything? Okay, Janice and Julie are getting together, but this is good. That's why it's community. So again, once again, I thank you. We had a great year last year, and we're going to have a great year this year, and you guys contribute towards that. So I want to thank you guys very much. I look forward to spending more time with you this year, and just be careful because it's crazy out there. Please, honestly, I say this and I mean this. Take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Happy New Year. We'll see you on the flip side.